Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Sailor Nation Sports Network broadcast, our first one of the 2026 school season. Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Happy holidays. And here we are, and it's a special one to open up the winter sports with after 2026 with bowling. Bowling is going to be our first one. Here we are at Sherman Bowling Lanes, where your Sailors are taking on the Scots of Caledonia. And Kevin will probably be able to pan a little bit to the left. There are several other teams that are bowling here today as well. They are from all across the region. But the opponent for the Sailors today is the Scots of Caledonia. We have both our boys and our girls team squaring off today. And we're hoping to be able to see some great bowling going on. This is our... I think probably about our third or fourth opportunity to cover the bowling crew here. And I know that Coach Ron Bacon for the boys has been very, very excited to have us here. I know that the bowlers also appreciate it as well. As a former bowler myself, I know it doesn't get nearly as much attention as what the bigger sports such as basketball and football and hockey get, but bowling is a very, very competitive sport, and I'm hoping that we're going to see quite a bit going on here today. And throughout the broadcast here, we'll have a couple of the coaches sit in, give us some information about the specific teams, including some of the coaches from Caledonia. So we're excited to be able to do that. Let's go through the teams here for the Mona Shores boys. You have Braden Bussing, Luke Ardby, Blake Simon, Will Nichols, and Skylar Bosch. The subs for the boys team is Trace Camargo, Colton Bussing, Zach Ardby, Landon Waldo, and Maddox Tibbs. For the girls, we have Jada Mosher, Sophia Soa, Maddie Fott, Niall Schnebelt, and if I have really tore those names up, I certainly apologize. We'll try to make sure that we get them right throughout the remainder of the broadcast. And Briar Graham. Subs for the girls is Bella Farrell, Olivia Green, Leah Fowler, and Ava Hayes. The Scots boys, Quentin Raffler, Hayes Boucher, Jack Thornton, Wade, looks like Cossum, Brady Humber, and the subs, Danny Donaldson, Gabe Conway, Jackson Bowerman. For the girls of the Scots, Addison Luxford, Casey Rosted, Kenny, looks like Susanger, Caitlin Light, and Riley Kalenic. And those are your both boys and girls team for the Mona Shore Sailors and the Caledonia Scots. And coming quickly from his post in Holton, his job coming in very quick, is Mr. Nick Davros. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Well, you know, as they say, my brother, better late than never.
Yep, always better late than never.
Yes, and some of us have a job that we really have to work at. I want you to know that.
Some of us also had a job today that I took time off for to be able to be here to be at the beginning of the broadcast. So.
Of course you did. Way to one-up me. And embarrassing for me to say, I had some nice stats, and because I was rushed today, I forgot them at my desk. So, but lucky I've got my trusty phone here because I think I can look up. You know, Shores Bowling has done very well since the inception of it.
Yeah, and I did have a brief conversation with Coach Bacon. Boys. I've talked with the coaches from both the Caledonia boys and girls as well as Mona Shores, and they're hopefully going to be able to put some people in and sit with us to let us know how their seasons are going throughout the...
Well, geez, I wonder if the AD from Caledonia, because he's a former player of mine at Muskegon, Freddie Townsend, his son, Brock, is doing really well up at Central. So fill me in, brother. What's going on over here? So we got Caledonia. It's co-ed. It's co-ed.
they're going to be, the boys are on 49 and 50, and the girls are on 45, 46.
Okay.
The middle lane here is for practice only.
Okay. All right. We're good there.
So yeah, it's exciting. I let our fans know that this is our first broadcast of the 2026 year.
Yeah.
Was able to bring them up to speed on that. So.
Well, this begins our winter season. A lot of sports to cover.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of sports, and it's pretty exciting to be able to open it up with bowling. So.
Well, one of the stats here 5 days ago, the boys won the Orchard View Cardinal Invitational. And I wanted to share that. Congratulations to the coaches and the boys on winning that. It says Mona Shores edged out Reese Puffers in the finals with 2 games, 178, 182 for a total pin of 360. The Sailors defeated Cedar Springs to reach the finals. The Rockets finished with a 328 in the finals and topped Orchard View in the semifinals. Boys, Skylar Bosch took second place with a total of 403 on games 211 and 192. What's your highest score?
I bowled a 267.
Stop.
Yep.
Got mine's best is 199. I haven't even hit the 200 mark yet.
And I've been in the 250, 260 range several times.
Oh, of course you have. Of course you have.
I have never bowled a 300. So,
well, you've been close, though.
I've coached people that have bowled several 300s.
Really?
So, yes. Oh, yes.
Do you put your fingers in the hole, or do you cup it?
So I am not one of the newer style cup bowling. I am the traditional bowling style.
Yeah, my son Alexander, boy, he cups it like that, and. Yeah, I'm old school. Well, I'm just purely old all the way around, so, yeah. Just trying to look. I got some other sites here. I was really interested that when I had a break with my students after they had gone for the day, I was looking up some stats.
Yep.
Speaking about stats, boy, Stevie Stats sure jumped in right away in our little conference.
Well, he's probably dealt with you more than just about anybody. So
well,
he has a lot of
has, and he loves doing it. The question is, and he questions me about teaching and how many. When does he find time to do all that while he's teaching and doing that? Well, but I did congratulate. The girls are doing well in basketball.
Yeah, the girls' basketball is doing well. I think he's
as young as they are,
expected,
as he said too.
Expected things to be a little bit of a challenge this year.
Well, they're young.
They're young.
That's
where the
really
challenges
young
come
like
from.
that.
Sure.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So.
Well, our practice is done here, so both the boys and girls are going to be squaring off for the real deal here coming up.
Okay, good. So I really didn't miss anything that much.
You did not. No, you did not. So.
Okay, so are the lanes in front of us going to be used?
These are empty. These are just practice lanes.
Okay.
Boys are on 49 and 50, and the girls are on 45, 46.
Gotcha. Oh, we're right in the heart of it.
Middle.
Nice.
Yep.
That's nice. I'm excited. I enjoyed bowling. One of our first broadcasts was bowling. Remember?
It was, early on.
In the day. Yeah.
And we've had about 4 or 5 different coverages of bowling throughout the years.
Well, not only here, but at Northway as well.
Yeah.
Which has been good. I'm going to look up some other stats because I had gotten some interesting stats on the MHSAA has their own section for bowling.
Oh, they do, huh?
Yeah, they do. Listen, Stevie's not the only one that does stats. I got some stats here.
Well, I'm impressed with you. I'm impressed with you. So for those that are viewing, I want to welcome you guys to the Sailor Nation Sports Network broadcast. We'll give you guys an opportunity to see both the boys and the girls bowling here. Boys on the left, girls on the right on our screen. And I know that the coach from Caledonia reached out, tried to make sure that everybody knew that they were going to have an opportunity to see these bowlers live here today on Sailor Nation Sports Network. So anybody watching from Caledonia, welcome. We're glad to have you here. So as we get started, not sure, again, I go back to, my bowling days. It was a pretty straightforward, you had either 4 or 5 players on a team.
Okay.
You bowled against each other.
Yep.
And
did you bowl here?
yes, this is where I bowled. So
yeah.
this looks like we have 5 on 5.
Okay.
We went through the starting roster just before you got here.
Okay.
Then you have subs that can come in, and I'm not sure how subs would work. I don't believe they bowl during
I can look that up maybe and see.
But yes, so we have 5 on 5 here.
Okay.
And then, it would just be simply, one match against each other, and then it would be, 3 games total. So we'll have to, when we get an opportunity to talk with some of these coaches, we'll have to ask them what the format is. Again, they didn't have bowling as a high school sport back in the day.
In fact, I had some information. Bowling has just come around since, when the inception of us really as well. Hey, Joe, I got a question. Is this our live stream up on there?
No.
Where's that coming from?
No, that's just
That's
bowling TV.
That's bowling TV.
It is literally bowling.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Bowling Channel TV.
Yeah, now see, that would have been kind of cool if we could have. God, okay, well, this is good. Well, I'm going to look up some stuff as well. So I started bowling here, living in Beecher. We came here, and I was on a league back in the day as well.
So I can tell you, and this is one of the things that we're going to have to look at. It looks like they are sharing one game collectively. So each bowler will get 2 frames.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I believe that's what we're looking at with both of these here. So.
Gotcha.
And then it will be a 1 game combined. Great. Lucas.
What's up, big boy? How you doing, Lucas? Well, Lucas is here. Glad to see him. Lucas, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very good. Traffic is absolutely atrocious coming out of the high school, but I was watching the broadcast on the way here, so I'm going to take one out of your book. Better late than never.
Good, good. You're all healthy and everything now, post-football and everything?
Yeah, it's been a little bit interesting adjusting to no longer playing football, but I think I'm doing all right.
There you go.
So, Lucas, you know a lot of these bowlers, obviously.
Correct.
For Mona Shores. What do you know about the bowling crew here?
So, a lot of them, they're just kind of like your everyday Joes, to be honest. A lot of them I didn't know played bowling, do bowling until actually talking to them. I'm going to one-up you here, Davros. I did a little research on my own about some of the different bowlers.
See, I don't mind you having, but the one-up, did we have to do, I'm going to one-up you, Davros, because I was your coach, just remember that. Oh, and if you ever need a referral, you can kiss that one goodbye, too. Right.
Skylar, a great strike.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's actually what I was about to say about Skylar Bosch. He's in my 4th hour, so him and I have been talking a little bit. He's actually bowled 7 300 games. 7. I haven't even gotten out of the 199 range. That was my 7. Yeah. Is he a senior? Yes, he's also a senior.
Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if bowling's in the NCAA.
I'm surprised.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
He's got
I'm sure it is. Yeah, because they get scholarships out of this.
Yeah, I mean, this kid's got 7 300s.
Yeah. And I believe his average on the year is a 204.
Nice.
Wow.
So it looks like Artaby is up now for the Sailors, coming in off of a turkey, 3 strikes in a row.
Yeah, it says Derek Kern.
Yep, Derek Kern.
Yeah, he's right here, Mona Shores.
Graduated last year.
Graduated last year. He was a tremendously good bowler. He's right up there with Skylar Bosch as far as the number of games.
Yeah, he was mentioned a lot too.
I was going to say at least 3 out of my 4 years, I'm pretty sure I remember sending off Derek Kern to states.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Sailor girls, just a little bit light in the pocket there.
But it's very cool watching different ones between straight bowling and then obviously curving the ball as well.
Yeah, we were just talking about the different styles, the different types of ways that you hold the bowling ball. The traditional style where you use all three of the
fingers
the
right there,
finger
yeah,
bowls.
right.
And then you have, the more aggressive rotation on the ball where you cup it.
Yep.
Come in hot with it and you
Nice
cup
spare
it.
by the lady sailors.
Are you a bowler? Sadly to say you're not.
Would say maybe a high of 103 make me a bowler.
Okay, good. Yeah, then you're. Well, right now, Mona Shores bowling's in regional number 1. The teams are there, obviously, be Grand Haven, Grand Rapids, Forest Hills Northern, Grand Rapids Northview, Ottawa Hills Union, Granville, Jenison, Mona Shores, Rockford, Traverse City, Central and West, and Wyoming. So, it's basically up and down the lake shore pretty much, like the old LMAC used to be as well back in the day. So, Joe and Lucas, another question here, because I'm going to be the question guy today.
All right.
Do they have tryouts for bowling? I'm assuming they would, because you only can keep so many, right?
Well, we'll actually save that question for when
the
we have a
coach.
coach
Yeah,
sit in
yeah,
on one of our broadcasts here.
Right, yeah. I'm assuming that you would have tryouts. And I wondered, is there JV, freshman, or is it just varsity? And
I think it's just one. I don't believe there's a JV crew. I
But-
think they're all
yeah,
nice
it's kind of like
spare for the
hockey.
Lady Sailors.
It's kind of like hockey, and I got some stats for hockey Saturday. Hope Stevie Stats is listening to me then, baby. I'll tell you, I got stats. I got pictures of Stan Conrad. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Back in the day when he played for the Mohawks.
Ooh.
I was digging deep. There's no football players, though, are there, any, Lucas? I don't think so, are there?
Nope.
I don't think so. There's no football players playing hockey this year
No,
either.
sir.
Yeah. Colin Conrad would have been a good football player for if he hadn't hurt his knees right away. But I don't blame him. Blame him. He's got the rest of it, and he's turned into one heck of a good hockey player, I'll tell you.
Hockey and lacrosse player.
Yeah. He's big-time lacrosse, I'm told.
Yes, sir.
According to Zrotny. Yeah. Wow, that's right. Yeah, he might get a scholarship for lacrosse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then as we've been talking about hockey, we have Stan Conrad coming up. Shores
Saturday.
plays both Friday night and Saturday at
Right,
7.
yeah. We're covering Saturday, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Skylar Bosch with a great strike to start the 10th. Now for you non-bowlers, when you're in the 10th frame, that's where you usually want to have your best bowler. You get an opportunity if you get a strike, you get 2 more shots.
Okay.
So
I knew that stat right there, Mr. Wizard of, stats.
I can't presume too much.
Yeah, with my limited.
Coming up a little heavy on the head pin, we'll have an opportunity for a spare to finish out the game for the
Got
Sailor
the split
boys.
right there, possibly when you hit the head pin. That's a tough one right there.
So, Joe,
Yes.
in the 10th frame, you get a strike on your first go-around, and then also if you get a mark as well, or just a strike, you get...
So you get the strike. You can finish with a spare if you miss. Obviously, with Skylar Bosch, he got the strike.
Yep.
He left 2 up there. He's going for the spare right now, which he was able to get.
If you get the spare, though, you don't get the third.
You do get the spare as well.
Right,
so.
right. Yeah, you end with the spare.
Alrighty.
Got a 115 going in the 8th frame here on lane 46.
There's Skylar Bosch with his spare pickup. And I didn't catch the score between the two of those. What does it say up there? What does it say over on the 50?
169 and then 188.
Okay, so the Sailors take game 1. Sailor boys take game 1 over there. It's a very tight game over here for the Lady Sailors. Very tight match. 125 apiece right now, but the Scots are sitting on a strike in the 9th, so they're going to need to falter a little bit in order to make room for the Sailors. Sailors are going to have a really strong 10th frame here.
practice begins for the Sailors, like football and basketball and in all sports, there's a starting date. On November 5th, practice can begin. First contest can start no earlier than November 29th. The regionals are February 18th through the 21st, with the finals on February 27th and 28th. Division 1 will be Thunderbolt Lanes, located in Allen Park, Michigan. Nikki Stats, cousin to Stevie Stats. I wonder if Stevie's listening. Probably not.
So obviously not that terribly long of a season, but obviously a jam-packed season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can also look.
Sailors looking to spare here in the 10th. Good shot. Oh, just missed. That's going to be a tough one for them.
And then this weekend next is the Sailors versus Caledonia Fighting Scots. A lot of games. Because on Tuesday we have boys basketball at home for varsity.
You do? Against who?
Caledonia. Next
Oh,
Tuesday.
really?
Yes, sir.
So game 1, Lady Sailors are edged out 143 to 134.
Oh, close one. 8 pins.
Very close.
Yeah.
So we're on to game 2 of this series. Boys are underway. They're in frame 2 already.
Which lane are we in? 49?
You bounce back and
Oh,
forth
yeah.
between the
Right,
two of them.
right.
So,
You alternate lanes.
Yep.
And then on Friday over break, I was with former Sailor Nation Sports Network affiliate, Mr. Colin Holman.
Were ya?
I did not
You
know he was a
were?
big bowler. Yeah, he's a very big bowler.
I didn't know he was a big bowler either.
He invited me to go bowling with him on Friday at noon.
Did
and
you
then,
go?
Oh, yes, I went.
Good,
and then
good for you.
I showed up there thinking, we're just going to have fun, mess around. He pulls up in bowling shoes and his own bowling ball.
Of course
and,
he does. Who doesn't
he
do
schooled me pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then he also does the curve style. He has his own custom ball
he
with
has
a
the cups and
Yeah.
Yeah, my son Alexander does that, and he's really good. Yeah.
And then Cohen's ball actually has a special core to help with the curvature.
Yep, how you get the ball drilled with that core will actually change how it actually works.
Hey, good job, Jake. Good job.
Yeah, the physics of it are.
You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't. No, it's pretty much under my realm of thinking. Hey, I got a question.
I got an answer.
Change of sport. Are we playing a team in football from Canada? I had heard that. Did you hear anything?
That's news to me. I know we're starting the season with Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Right. Home or away?
That's a good question. I would assume away maybe, just because we opened the season at home this year. But it all depends on how the contract is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So the Lady Sailors open it up with 2 strikes in a row
Yeah,
here.
doing well, the ladies. Boys open up with a spare, a strike, and a spare, 56. Going into the 4th frame. Well, you know who has just been we are blessed to have the, Joe, you know this better than I do. Probably one of our key sponsors, Joe, has come from the golf outing.
The Sailor Classic.
The Sailor Classic, yeah. And I just can't thank them enough. In fact, you and I were talking about that. Maybe doing a little bit this year, in fact, out there. And
Yep.
we're going to
sure
narrow
were.
some things
Nice
down.
split pickup by the Sailor boys.
Yeah. 64 going into the 5th.
Take a look on the Anchor Insurance instant replay here. Anytime you have a split, even the easier ones,
Yeah.
it's tough. You got to line that ball up right. So
It's almost every time when I go do that, I end up getting a field goal.
and over here, the Lady Sailors string it 3 in a row. We got ourselves a turkey for the team. Let's take a look on the Lake Michigan Insurance Instant.
Listen
or
to
the
Joe.
Anchor Insurance
Listen to Joe
Instant.
throwing turkeys, this, that.
What,
Yeah. What's
Joe?
for, Joe? Ham?
What's that?
What's for them?
It's just 4 in a row.
It's not like a ham or a duck or
No.
something like that? Okay, I'm just checking it out.
What, Joe, you said your high score was 267?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I know. Look at Joe. Big time bowler.
Big bowler over here.
I have never broken 199 for me.
199.
No. What's your high?
I'll take my 103. And,
103. You'll take that. Take that to the bank. There you go. Boyd sitting on a 64 going into the fifth. Caledonia going into the fifth with a 52. Boys 64. Working on a 9 there, picking up.
So, Joe, does Noah also bowl?
Not like me. Yeah, no, I'm the only one in the family that.
The wife doesn't bowl? You guys don't do like a night out, a date night bowling?
No, it's not. Not something that we do on a regular basis. We do go out and bowl every now and then. The kids do. It's been a while, so usually maybe once a year we'll typically try to get out there.
I'd get a hold of my son Alexander. He's really the only bowler we got, and we'll see. Bowling with his dad.
But I lived here at Sherman Bowling Alley when I was a kid growing up.
We did too on the weekends.
Kid all the way through high school.
Oh, yeah.
Travel league, traveled all over the state.
You did?
Won lots of tournaments. Yep, absolutely.
How many siblings you got then?
Became a certified coach. Ooh. And coached the one of the guys that runs the pro shop over at Northway Lanes.
Really?
Yep, and he has several 300 games.
A man of many hats.
Yeah, yes.
And people think you're just a guy in a fire suit.
Just a simple average Joe.
Just an average Joe.
Yeah, just a simple average Joe.
Joe, I don't think there's anything average about being Joe. You're a special Joe to me. Very special.
Right.
And being a special ed teacher, I know special Joe. I know what special is. Okay?
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. So.
Have you gone to any basketball games this year?
I have not. I haven't had too much time. Been working a lot at GNL, and you said you were going to come in.
Yeah, I know it. I've been tied up. Which one do you work mostly at?
The one at Sherman, yeah.
The one at Sherman. You got my cell phone number?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Text me next time you're there. I'm going to make you stop and see.
Alrighty.
I haven't had GNL. Oh, my God. You know what GNL stands for, right?
Greek Chill Dogs. Well, George and Louie.
George and Louie, baby. Mm-hmm. They were cousins to my mother.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were related.
Yeah.
All the Greeks.
All the Greeks.
Well, all the Greeks are related. Yeah, we're all.
So, Davros, you were alive when they first started back 100 years ago?
About that 100 years ago.
Yeah, last year was our 100-year anniversary.
Was it? No. No. It was 100 years that George and Louie started? Seriously?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Wow. I did not know that.
1925 or 26.
Okay.
This might be the 100-year or maybe last.
I was born in 56.
Nice.
I probably
Strike.
started going down when I was mid-60s, going downtown. Big place on Western Avenue. Oh, it was huge.
Okay.
Huge. Charlie Pelotas had it. Oh, my God. You would literally order a hot dog within 20 seconds. It was at your table.
Really?
And if it wasn't, he would scream and holler. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good for you guys. Who owns them now?
It is Pete Johnson and then his cousin Tripp and then Jennifer Moreno as well.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Boys 73 here in the fifth. Caledonia working on a strike with us. Yeah, it's a strike. Caledonia putting on a pitch. Oh.
Caledonia finally getting a mark here. They've got a couple of open frames there, which really hurts you over the long run.
Yeah, it does.
But so did the Sailors early on. So.
Got a text from a good friend of mine, Karen Wipa. FYI, my highest is a 250, she says. Bowled for 6 years in the league at Northway.
Let's take a look one more time. Lady Sailors.
Way to warm up me, Karen. That a girl.
Beautiful split pickup over here for the ladies.
Definitely takes some talent to do that.
Now, for those at home, because, Steve always complains to me about my work schedule, I'm going to share this with you. Got a text from one of my students knowing about some stuff right here to do. Always working, Joe. Always working.
Always working.
Well, I'm kind of like a global icon. Holton Virtual Academy. Oh, yeah. Yep. Worldwide. Kind of like Sailor Nation Sports. Global.
Global.
Always global.
Always global.
So I haven't seen you guys in a little bit. So how did you guys like the Bay City trip?
Bay City
Oh,
trip
it
was
was
good.
nice. It
good to
was
hear.
nice. It was cold. I mean, we were literally, okay, you know where Lakeshore Ice Arena
Yes.
is, right? And you know how they got those little bleachers?
Yep.
We were on the opposite side of those bleachers. We were literally right against the wall.
Ooh, so that's pretty
It
cool.
was cold. It was cold. But, I mean, it was good. It was limited space, limited table, but we survived. It was a really good trip. Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
So I was going to say, I know at Lakeshore we have the nice little booth that we got.
Oh, we'll be there Saturday,
yeah.
baby.
Yep.
We will be there Saturday.
I'm sure you're going to have Numenor bring us some food or get Papa T too.
Yeah, yeah. Papa D's got to bring some.
He's got to bring some.
Oh yeah.
Sailors struggling a little bit here. Open frame in the 7th hurts them, kind of puts them behind, especially with the Scots striking in the 8th. Blake Simon with a solid 3-pin. Looking to get a spare here and get the Sailors going.
Picks it
And
up.
he's able to pick it up. So Sailors they got to get something going here, stringing a few marks together in order to catch them over there. While in the meantime, Lady Sailors over here a little bit behind after starting incredibly strong. A couple open frames in there strung together, making that a little
120,
bit.
134 for Shores.
Nope, that's the Scots.
Then Will Nichols picks up 9.
Oh, okay.
And then I also have some stats on Will.
You do?
I do. I was talking to Skylar Bosch last night about
He
bowling.
gave you stats? Skylar gave you stats?
He gave me some stats.
Oh, did he? Okay.
So yeah, so far in the year, Skylar's at a 204 average. He's made top 10 in three tournaments, 5th place, 2nd place, and a 9th place. And then Will Nichols has placed top 10 at 2 tournaments.
Oh, okay.
His most recent was 4th place.
Well, Karen Wipe again. Hey, you guys do a great job, Karen. Thank you. We're trying our best, kiddo. We always try to do our best. But thank you very much.
Scott's leaving a little bit of room here for the Sailors if they can get some marks in a row, and there we go. Skylar Bosch with a very big strike to open the 10th. It doubles up on that spare in the 9th. Scots leave the door open in the 9th with an open frame and a 9 to open up the 10th. They're going to keep it interesting with the spare. One more shot to see what they can do. Skylar Bosch looking to string a couple of strikes together.
And then, Joe, were you able to talk much about the Orchard View tournament?
We had just started.
I just started talking a little bit. If you got more, I had a bunch of stats, and I left because I heard
you said you
to
left
get
them on
out of
your
here,
desk.
and I was busy today.
It's a very important ball for both the Scots here in the 10th final shot. Oh, big split to finish up the game at a 156. We're going to need this spare in order to win it by Skylar Bosch.
All right. Ooh, left one. Nice job. Is that
No,
Skylar
actually,
right there?
Yep, that is Skylar.
We wouldn't have won it anyway. So
And he's a senior?
Yes, he is a senior.
How many seniors on the team then? Are we senior heavy?
For sure, Colton Bussing, Skylar Bosch.
ladies on game 2, losing 170 to 160. Looking to have a really strong game 3.
And then for the Lady Sailors, Ray Graham ended up winning the Orchard View tournament for the ladies, and then Miley Peterson placed 2nd there. Flipping back to the boys, Blake Simon is averaging between 160 and 180 a game. And then Will Nichols is averaging about 190.
Nice. So, getting ready to start game 3 each side here, boys and girls, as they reset the scores. Get ready to bowl.
Gotta like the two-tone here, the salt pepper look here.
Oh,
this
yeah.
young-
It looks
very,
good.
very stylish down there. I'm going with the salt pepper, gradually transforming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, Rose.
Yeah.
But I will say, though, one thing I really like about bowling is the different games that you can play. The one I
Yeah,
really like is
yeah.
the Stat King, the one that they're using right now.
Yeah.
I like being able to watch the analytics as I'm bowling. Watch it go from a 300 all the way down to about 83, but that's okay.
Yeah, right. Let me tell you, because you guys are much younger than me, I remember bowling where you had to get the sheet of paper, write your name
That's
on
how I
it.
started.
You did that too? Yeah, I remember I had to keep score, especially when you got like multiple strikes, okay, 10, 20, 30, then I had
Yeah.
this all up. Oh, we got a spare, oh yeah. God, how the game has changed though. But Scott Sherman's been around forever. There used to be one other set of lanes in North Muskegon.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was AMF.
No, two of them. Two more. There was one on Getty Street. What was Bob High used to have?
Bob High's still there.
Are they still there? Are they still bowling there then
Yeah.
too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what was the place in North Muskegon?
AMF, Muskegon
Yes,
AMF.
yeah.
Right out there by Dykstra.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Bowled there one time.
I bowled at every bowling alley, and I bowled at Maple Lanes before it burned down.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Maple Lanes. Wow.
And then wasn't there one in Grand Haven for a long time that
Still
closed?
is.
A couple years?
Well, no,
Still
that
is?
actually I think it did just close.
Did it?
Okay.
Okay.
I bowled there too. I bowled all over the state.
Of course you have. Of course you have. Let me just drop some more lines here.
Oh,
I
man.
bowled all over the name. Have you been to the UP bowling though yet, Joe?
I have not.
You have
That's one
not.
place I have not.
Well, maybe next time we cover, the hockey. We're in the UP.
We should go bowling.
We should go bowling, right?
Let's go
Right.
bowling.
Probably just bowl on Lake Superior, right on the Sioux Locks. For heaven's sake. Probably going to be cold.
I'm sure there might be one like Escanaba or Marquette.
Yeah,
probably.
I would think so. Oh gosh, yeah.
All
So,
right,
Joe,
it looks,
I'm sorry.
It looks like we're moving into the phase where it's individual games for each player now.
Oh, okay.
So, Joe, have you been down to the Social Bowl yet?
I've not been there. No.
You've not.
No,
Cohen was talking to me about
the
that.
duck bowling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was it ducktail or something like
called
that?
duck bowling,
Oh,
yeah.
duck bowling. Gotcha.
Yeah, I haven't tried that out yet. So
Says it's strung up by strings, so
Really?
Very interesting.
Wow.
yeah. Sophia Soa coming in a little heavy on the head pin, leaving herself a split.
So who's all running cameras? We got Kim, the best in the business. He's running
Kim
one.
has been bouncing back and forth between the two cameras.
Oh, okay.
Leaving in a fixed position when he's on one versus the other. So
I
we
gotcha.
we get to get some tight shots on both the boys and the girls.
Why
so.
he's the best in the business. He does this well.
Mr. Nichols with a nice strike.
Are you joining us on for hockey?
yes, I am.
There you go.
I am going to be at everything except competitive cheer. I had some pre-plans for that.
Oh, okay.
Just
Got a hold
word.
of Team Dykstra. They're going to be joining us for competitive. We always try to get people that really know sports we don't know that well. And my daughter Angelina did competitive cheer for years at Shores. And if Team Dykstra can't do it, I'll get a hold of my daughter. But yeah, we try to get people working on a basketball guy. We're going to get that.
Yeah. And then I remember last year we had Coach Boucher come in
Yep.
for soccer.
Yep.
And then
Coach O'Shea will be joining us. Yep.
Gabby Vasquez.
Well, I
for
got to tell you,
lacrosse.
we got to take a look at this instant replay here. The Scots. I had to hit the long one on this one. Take a look.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a look right
Okay.
here. This is going to be, watch this spare, okay? it actually counts. That pin rolls forever before it takes down that 8 pin.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So that actually counts as a spare, even though it took that long. So
Right. Wow.
So then, Joe, I guess, how does the machine know not to swipe away the pin?
Well, there's a certain amount of time that
Okay.
it has to do, and I'm not sure what the rake. That's called the rake.
Oh, the rake. Okay.
How long it is before the rake pulls back, but if what happens is there's a computer that reads how many pins are still standing,
Oh, really?
and at a certain point it takes a snapshot and then calculates the score. If that happens to fall after that is done, you can do a score correction in the actual computer itself.
So then, if the pin is wobbling and it starts falling, and you know it's going to, but the rake does it anyways,
If it hasn't fallen before the rake goes through, I don't think it counts.
it doesn't count. Okay, all right. And if anybody's out there that knows listening, let us know. Help us out here. How many connections you got? We got any?
You know, actually, we were doing pretty good earlier when I looked. We've got 18 individual views. I think that's probably a record for bowling.
Yeah.
There's not too many people.
Yeah,
We've had a total of 85 views so far on this.
Seriously.
Yeah. So.
No, that's wonderful. That's great.
Once again, welcome to Sailor Nation Sports Network here at Sherman Bowling Alley, where the Mona Shores boys and girls bowling are taking on the Scots of Caledonia.
Yeah, this is year number 9. Year
Yep.
9, my friend.
Yeah, sure is.
And we're going to have fun for year 10 as well. Hopefully you can come back for something.
Yeah, I definitely plan on it.
Now you're going to MSU?
Yes, that's correct.
You got accepted?
Yeah,
and all
accepted
that?
Michigan State. Going to be kind of
Nice.
shadowing
Strike.
Cohen a little bit, but still trying to trailblaze my own path. Very excited about this next chapter in my life. I'm not ready to quite leave Sailor Nation, and then I will come back for at least one football game. Just because I know my entire.
We always try to have alums back.
Just because I know my entire career I was actually on the football field, so I never got a chance to actually
Right.
be in the booth with you guys.
Right, yeah.
But I will have to go down and say hi to Coach K, Coach Sikinga, all my lovely coaches beforehand.
Absolutely.
Well, let's see if we are at a point where we might be able to pull in one of these coaches and have a little discussion. What do you think?
That'd be a great idea.
Is there short like an intermission or a break
Oh, they
after
just keep
each run?
they
It
just keep going
keeps
right on.
circulating around.
Yeah, it's an Ironman
Yeah,
triathlon.
I guess it is. You can take mine.
All right, we're gonna have one of the coaches. Coach, tell us who you are and which one of the teams you're working with.
I'm working with the ladies team, our girls team. My name's Brian Graham. So I've had my youngest daughter is actually on the team this year. So
Nice, very
this
nice.
is her sophomore year, and we're having a pretty good year so far.
Brian, how long you been a coach with the Sailor ladies?
Off and on since I moved here 15 years ago.
Okay.
I think after the second year I was here, I got involved with the program, did some assistant coaching, helped both boys and girls teams that year, did it for a couple years, and then it took a little while, I got away from the program, and then my oldest daughter got involved in high school bowling, so had an opportunity.
How much bowling experience yourself do you have that you're bringing in to help with the coaching here?
I grew up a bowler. I started bowling when I was 5. Became a very high-level youth bowler. We didn't have high school bowling in Indiana where I was growing up, unfortunately, because this is amazing. It's very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
But I bowled as a high-level youth bowler. I went to college, and at Vincennes University, I was a junior college All-American for a couple years. And then
Nice.
I transferred to the University of Nebraska, where I was All-American for a couple years there. It was a really good experience for me bowling in college. And then after I got out of college, actually, I was a member of the Team USA, the U.S. national team.
Wow, very nice.
Traveled outside the country, bowled in Africa for a couple events down in Africa, part of Team USA, and then what they called FIQ American Zone, which we bowled down in Dominican Republic. So I got some gold medals, opportunity to compete in international competition. That was a lot of fun. I've just been very fortunate to be around a lot of really good coaches.
You have a really good pedigree to bring here to the coaching staff for the students and stuff. Do you find it rewarding? Because my experiences with bowling were pretty much the same as yours. They didn't have high school bowling
Yep.
when I started. I grew up here, literally in Sherman Bowling Alley for years and years and years, all the way through from 5th grade, all the way until I graduated high school. I wish I would have stayed with it. I was a fairly decent bowler, but do you find I became a coach, a certified coach?
Yep.
Through the Young American Bowling Alliance back in the day, and
Yep.
had a pretty successful bowlers that I've had the opportunity to kind of influence in that. Do you find that rewarding now after what you've put into it as a bowler yourself?
100%. Yeah, I competed. I was still a competitive bowler even though I was working. Up until a couple years after I moved here to Muskegon. I work at Brunswick. I've always worked in the bowling industry, so I've always been around it, and everywhere I've lived, I've been a competitive bowler. But then as my girls got older, they got involved in sports. They played softball. My oldest getting involved in bowling. Bailey bowled on the team, and then I stepped away from bowling.
Bailey Graham was a great bowler. Watching her.
Yeah. So I stepped away from competitive bowling. There's only so much time in the day. I didn't have enough time to really to practice and prepare. So this is a great way for me to really stay connected to bowling, and I think it's great. Obviously, my daughter's getting involved. It's great.
Well, you get to hang out with your daughter doing something that you both love to do.
That's right.
That's really. How's Bailey doing? Did she go on to do bowling at college?
She did. Her freshman year, she went to Davenport University, where she bowled for the team. She had some injury issues, and then she came back home, ended up going to Muskegon Community College. She bowled there. Was able to go to the NJCA championship. We had a nice opportunity to go there. And then she transferred to Central Michigan University. Okay. So she's at CMU now. She's in her final semester. She's getting her accounting degree. She'll be home probably June, July time period. She's going to spend some time studying for CPA. And then she's got her first job lined up at PwC, and she'll start that next September. So she's doing great.
Sounds like she's got the right line.
Yeah, she's excited. Actually, we've talked about it when she's home for the holidays. She's excited about getting back into bowling again. She said she wants to get back into league bowling. That's one thing she's looking forward to getting.
Does she have any aspirations to maybe come here and help coach?
It's possible. It will depend on her work schedule.
Sure.
I think she's going to be pretty busy those first few years, but I could see that happening for sure. She helped out with the team when she was at MCC, when she was home for that year. She likes being around it, and of course she's excited about with Briar having the amount of success she's already had, so she'd like to be around it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So let's talk a little bit about the format here, because it's probably a lot different than what you and I grew up doing. It was literally you were on a team, you bowled 3 games, and you were done. This is a lot different in high school. The first couple of games, well, explain the different processes and the different stages of the bowling.
So we're here for a conference match today, and that starts out with 2 Baker games. And what that means is each player bowls a frame 1 through 5, and then you go back to the lineup again for frames 6 through 10. It's really true team bowling. If you look at it, it's done at the collegiate level like this, and also in high school all over the country like this. Then we also do, after the Baker games, we bowl 2 Baker games, and you get some total pins for some points. And then now we're in what we call team game competition, where each of your 5 players bowls a full game. They're bowling across one another, so the player in the first position on each team, they're bowling against each other for a point, and then we have a total pinfall for additional points. So it's about total pinfall, but each game is important because you need those points. And,
sure.
We unfortunately caught some bad breaks in the Baker games.
I saw a couple of opens strung together and splits.
A couple went against us and a couple went for them. And they snuck out some points on us for the Baker games, and we'll see if we can't even the score up a little bit here now with the team game competition.
So the Baker games total together, and how does it work? You win the Baker, you get a point. Is that
you get 2 points for totals?
Points?
It's 4 points a game in Baker and 2 points for total, so 10 points for Baker, and then there's an additional 20 points spread across the 2 team games. So we're going to need a big comeback here.
Sure, a lot of individual
a lot. We're going to need
victories
some.
here.
Yeah, we're going to need to get some individual points. We're going to need a couple team game wins. We got some work to do. This is really, I think, one of our toughest competitors in our conference. And our pre-conference, they won the pre-conference event. They bowled great. They have some very talented players.
Yeah.
But I think we're closing the gap on them. So, what's going on with our program? We've got actually 6 new bowlers this year. out of our
Fantastic.
total of 10.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
We're excited. We picked up 4 softball players. So, having the softball girls come in, it's brought I'd say a new energy to the program, which has been nice. They're having fun. They're getting along. And we're teaching these girls, like, how to bowl and how to compete.
How does the mix go with as far as, like, freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors?
Go ahead, Coach.
So we have no seniors. We've got quite a few juniors. Obviously, we picked up some softball players. We've got quite a few juniors, and a few sophomores. We got 1 freshman. So
okay,
we've got some. We're going to have to get some more players out here.
Yeah,
we're a year or two. I'd say 2 years away from needing to recruit some additional players, and so we can get them out here and teach them how to bowl.
But a decent group of girls that'll stay together for at least another
couple
year.
years. Yeah, a couple years.
Hey, Coach,
yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
As a coach myself, do you have tryouts? If you do, say 50 kids want to go out. Coach, I want to play. How do you select a team, boys and girls?
If we ended up in a situation we had that many players trying out for the team, which we don't have that many.
Okay,
but
but
if we
let's
were,
just go hypothetically.
Yeah,
what would you have to do?
We would take a week of working with the players, and then having some competitions, some pinfall, some spare shooting to see who are the more skilled players, who are the ones we think we can work with in order to develop as a competitive bowler.
Now, I'm assuming then there's just a varsity, there's not a JV and a freshman
That's
team.
correct. That is correct, yeah. We're varsity bowling. In the event that we have enough players, there's some events that we go to, these invitationals that are on mainly weekend events.
Sure.
We'll go to those, and we may bowl 2 teams. If we've got 10 players or 12 players, we'll split them up and bowl 2 teams.
Okay, we're going to be live streaming. We've been doing hockey for years. Hockey is an expensive sport.
Oh, it is, yes.
Yeah, and it costs each player, or the parents, I should say, $5,000 a year. Okay, and a lot of that money goes to ice time.
Of course,
obviously. What does it cost for a bowler? Because I'm sure you're renting lanes until Mona Shores builds, because I'm sure you'll find somebody to bowl our own lanes at Mona Shores.
No, of course. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Well, yeah, absolutely, Coach. That's high expectations. You don't know about that yet, but yeah, that's what we expect.
It's nice to hear.
But, Coach, what does it cost a player then to be competitive at Mona Shores and lane time?
So for us, our fees are $160 a year, which includes your uniform, their jerseys. And then we use that money in order to pay our entry fees in the events. We do fundraising.
Sure.
We do some raffles. We'll do fundraising during the year to help offset some of those expenses.
Yeah, what sport doesn't these days?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
And honestly, we have a great relationship with Sherman Lanes. They take great care of us. They do a really nice job. They wonderful hospitality. So we've got a good relationship. They make it fair for us, and I think it's good for the community, good for bowling.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, it gives great exposure to Sherman bowling lanes.
100%.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, they're a big player, and obviously in our community, I know they host a number of fundraising events for the different sports organizations. They're great people.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Coach, and congratulations on coming. Hopefully you're going to be with us for years to come.
I think so. I think I got at least a couple more years.
Well, you got a couple more years in here.
My daughter's only a sophomore, so I'll be around for a couple more.
Well, okay, so we got their junior years. Well, I know we got 2.
And we'll see what happens after that.
Thank you so much for your time.
You mentioned that you worked at Brunswick. Or
yes.
Currently still work at Brunswick?
I do.
My uncle used to work there years ago before his passing. Bob Herbert. I don't know if that name. I don't know if you ever get a chance.
I've been there for 15 years.
Okay, and I think he was done before that. Yeah. So I got a lot of my my bowling equipment from his working there.
He's got connections.
Having connections. I was one of the first people to have the old Phantom bowling ball.
Oh, that was a very famous ball.
Yeah,
really before its time.
Yep.
Arguably.
Yep. And I was one of the first people to be able to get that and buy one. So.
Yeah, Brunswick, we're still here. I mean, we've got 180-ish employees based here in Muskegon, and
wow,
we've got, now that we have the employees, we've got kids in leagues and high school bowling and coaching, and it's great. We're a big part of the bowling community here.
Yeah. As a coach, watching the student athletes, develop and improve their game and everything else. If you had to kind of advertise, you mentioned that you're going to need some bowlers here in a little bit. What would you say? What would be the most important thing to say to anybody that's on the fence or thinking about joining bowling? How would you try to convince them? What would you say?
Well, for us and both our girls and our boys, it's a very social activity. It's a lifetime sport. You're going to come in here and you're going to learn how to bowl, and that's something that you'll be able to remember and take with you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you'll be able to bowl into your 60s and 70s and 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a lifetime sport, so it's nice to learn those skills while you're young, and then you can go impress your friends and family in the holidays. When you get together and go out, you can really impress everybody.
Kind of like Cohen did with you, right?
Yeah.
Lucas?
It's, you know, we've got good coaching. It's a nice way to learn a lifetime sport. We're going to teach you how to do it right. And then if you put some time into it, you can really get a lot out of it.
How many coaches do you have on your staff?
We have 4 coaches right now.
2 on the girls, 2 on the boys?
2 on the boys, 2 on the
Okay,
girls. That's correct.
go through a practice for me. How long does the practice last?
Yeah.
What do you do as a coach? How do you coach your kids? Is it an individual? Is it a...
It's
Fill us
primarily
in.
individual, so we're working on skill development pretty much in all of our practices. Everything's skill development. A practice for us is an hour and a half. That we want them here. We get started on time. So they need to be here early. And we spend an hour. They get out there, they get loose, they stretch out. They'll do some warm-up shots and things, and then we'll break it down into smaller groups and do skill development work. We have a lot of skill drills where we walk them through the approach to work on their balance and timing. We do some things where they stand at the line where they work on their release.
Do you film any of your practices so the kids can see? Like in football now, you know, all the teams are going to drones, and we film everything from behind and front all over the place. Do you film any of the girls so they can see and say, well, Coach, I know what I'm doing. No, Coach, I wasn't doing that. To eliminate
100%,
that kind of
yeah,
stuff?
That's exactly what we do. We do it on an individual basis. When we're doing skill development individually, that's when we'll do it. We'll want to focus in, whether it's footwork or a release issue. We'll show it to them in slow motion, break it down, and get them to understand that much easier.
No, I think that's good because then they can't say anything counter to what you're saying. Look, film doesn't lie.
Well, it doesn't stop them from saying that.
No, right, yeah. Right, amen to that one. Yeah, good for you.
That's right.
Yeah, well, it looks like the girls are doing well here early on. Individually across, it looks like at least 4 of the 5 they're handling business pretty well.
Doing good. They're doing just fine. This is what we like to see.
Yep.
Well, I got a couple more stats for both of you guys. Coach, I'm going to ask you, do you know when bowling was first allowed in the MHSAA?
I do not. I think that would have been
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I think I'm going to guess it was early 2000s.
It was 2003, 2004 was the first year that the MHSAA allowed it to be a sanctioned sport. 165 teams in that very first year coming and then obviously the growth has been significant now where almost every school you go to is going to have a bowling team.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, being somebody that's been around bowling for a very long time. As we were going through our broadcast initially, we were talking about the 2 very different style, the traditional style versus the cupping style. Mm-hmm. Do you have any girl bowlers that do the cupping style?
My daughter.
She is.
My daughter Briar. She's.
And I'm assuming you're a traditional style 3. Yes. I can't even fathom how I would do that. But how do you coach that?
A lot of video, a lot of YouTube watching. I'm fortunate. I've got connections. I work with a lot of our pro staff players at Brunswick.
Yeah.
So it's not. I'll call them up. I'll ask them, send a message, and think, hey, what do you recommend?
Yeah.
When we have our pro staff in, Briar gets an opportunity to work with them from time to time, and it's a different technique, and it's not common on the girls' side. I will say that it's not very common.
I would
imagine.
imagine.
Is it a strength thing?
It's more power.
Yeah,
significantly more power. So you get a lot more ball rotation, higher rev rate. Can also generate higher, faster ball speed. And I think that the learning curve is much steeper. So once you get a basic handle on it, you can go.
Yeah.
You can really go.
Another question. A lot of guys wear, I don't know, a brace or
a glove or something.
I don't see any out here right now. What's the purpose of that?
It improves consistency. You'll see it on some of the teams. The Ravenna girls, we bowled against them this last weekend. They're a very talented team, a great team this year, and they're actually a great team last year. A lot of their girls use a wrist device,
right.
And it just promotes consistency in the shot. It does have some limitations. You can't really generate that extra power, especially compared to like the two-handed style of bowling.
Yeah, right, because it eliminates you.
You can't really,
that's
exactly.
Right,
you can't really move that wrist a lot. It's the two-handed style is extremely common on the boys' side. So if you look across in the boys, on pretty much across the teams in Michigan, you're going to see probably 60-70% of the boys are two-handed bowlers now,
It's just crazy.
and
Really?
they all want to grow up and be like the superstars on the PBA. You know, they watch the YouTube videos. Most of these kids, especially on the boys, they're self-taught. A lot of these boys get involved in bowling because they saw it
My
on
son's
television.
a two-ball. Yeah,
And it's a two-handed
nuts.
style.
That's something you can go out with your family or go out with friends and just hang out for a while at the bowling alley.
That's
It's
exactly it.
easy.
And they get an interest in it, and then they go watch YouTube videos and they learn how to bowl.
Wow.
Do you see? Obviously, you just mentioned it. There's a higher and higher percentage of the two-handed bowling now at the professional level as well.
Yes. Yeah, it changed. Jason, and there's been other two-handers, but Jason Belmonte is going to arguably one of the greatest of all time when it comes to bowling. He brought the two-handed style. He's from Australia, came to the U.S. and put a hurt on everybody. And he worked hard, and he was just a very skilled player, very knowledgeable, and he won a lot of titles. And he's still out there competing. He competes still to this day. He's been out there many years, and he's arguably the best of all time.
Yeah, the people that I grew up with.
I'm sure I know these names.
Oh, I'm sure you do as well. The older or the oldest ones like the Earl Anthonys and Mark Roth. I had the pleasure of bowling with Amleto Monticelli.
Oh, yes.
And Mark Roth at the Brunswick Pro-Am that they sponsored. Evander Holyfield was actually within that too, so I got to bowl with Evander Holyfield.
Celebrities.
Look at you being the name dropper. Yeah, I used to hang out with Dick Weber back in the day.
Dick Weber, yeah.
Yeah, Dick and I were pretty tight.
That's one of the things that I really enjoy about my job. I get to spend time around the pro bowlers, and a couple of my favorites are Johnny Petraglia.
Oh, yeah. I
Petraglia,
remember.
yeah.
Just an amazing, just a true gentleman. A great
he really?
storyteller.
Yeah.
Petraglia, yeah.
He served our country. Like he was a competitive bowler at the highest level, and he is one of the most down-to-earth, pleasant people to spend time with. Just a great person. And then Parker Bone.
Parker Bone
III is another
just going to say,
name, yeah.
So there's a relative of Parker Bones. It's either a relative or a connection between somebody that just got hired at one of the neighboring fire departments that I work with, and actually he had sent some videos and stuff. Parker Bone did to the fire department. It was really cool.
Yeah, Parker's wife Leslie is actually from Sturgis, so that may be the connection.
That could be.
So
Easily
from
could
Sturgis.
be.
But yeah, I'm fortunate. I get to spend some time around the pros, and I get a lot of stories, and it takes me back to when I remember watching bowling on ABC Wide World Sports.
Oh yeah. And you probably did as well. You lived in Indiana.
Yeah, I grew up in Indiana.
So you wouldn't have remembered Wood TV bowling, which was, you had your Saturday bowling, which was your pro, and then Sunday would be Wood TV bowling with, I can't remember his name, but her name was Marilyn Ladowig.
Oh, yeah.
She was, I don't know if you know that name or
Oh,
not.
yes. She's a legend.
Yeah, so.
From the Grand Rapids area.
Yep,
yeah,
correct.
She's absolutely a legend in the sport of bowling.
So,
have you brought any of the pro guys that you know here to introduce the kids? And
we've done it in years past.
You have?
Yeah, we've had them in. We've had the pros in here. We've done like video shoots or have meetings.
Really?
And we've brought them out here,
you.
an opportunity to meet.
Yeah,
we had Walter
right.
Ray Williams here, Parker
Walter
Bone
Ray.
here. We had an opportunity for them to meet all the kids. So.
Oh, how fun is it? What
That's
kind of
really
fundraisers do you do? Because football does it. We do a ton of every sport does fundraising. What kind of fundraising do you do, Coach?
We'll do raffles at our invitational event, ball raffles, 50-50 raffles.
Okay.
So that gets done during our invitational event. And then there is a tournament that's held out here called Best Ball Doubles. They do one in the fall and they do one in the spring. We do the spring one, and we help out with the event. We help out and do, again, 50-50s and ball raffles and help them run things, and then we get a donation part of that.
Okay, another question then, a coaching question. So this event will be done. Will you sit down with the boys team, let's just say, and go over games and what they did, what they need to improve on?
Yeah,
kind of like we do with football?
Yeah, we won't do it immediately after competition. We want things to stay calm, get them out of here. We'll have to sit down and we'll talk to them tomorrow. Before practice starts tomorrow, we'll have a discussion. We'll talk about the things we've got to work on, the things we've got to make sure we stay focused on, and that's what we'll get back to work tomorrow when we practice.
Good.
And then we have another match. I know we have an invitational this coming weekend.
Right, you do.
Reese Puffer Invitational. That's going to be out of Northway, and that we're looking forward. That's a nice event.
Now, where does Puffer Bowl at?
Northway Lanes.
And
Yeah,
Northway Lanes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
we've
good.
had a good season. You know, we've bowled quite a few invitationals already, and we've been fortunate. We've made match play and made the cut and made match play in each of the invitationals on the girls' side, which is really fantastic. It's a nice improvement from where we've been these last couple seasons.
Wow.
Well, we're looking pretty solid here.
Yeah.
And totals we are. We're letting
Coach, how many do you keep on the team?
we've got 10 this year on the girls' side, and I believe we have 11 on the boys' side.
Is there a max you can have?
No, there's no max. It gets a little crowded at times, and we've talked about splitting them up, the girls, one day and the boys another, so we can really work with them. That's if the numbers would get much bigger.
Right, right.
Yeah, we'll run 3 or 4 pairs of lanes, so we'll have 6 to 8 lanes during practice, and we spread them all out.
Right.
And we do some challenge matches, the boys against the girls. That's
When
always
does
fun.
practice start?
Our practice are 4 to 5:30.
4 to 5:30.
It's important,
that's not bad.
for us to be off the lane. Yeah, obviously, have league bowling coming in later. They'll have leagues in here this evening, and that's
Sure.
pretty much every evening during the week.
What is it? Is it a typical practice just simply throwing a couple of games each time you've had a? What does it look like?
We don't keep score very often, honestly. Like we're doing skill development. We're working on spare shooting drills. We're working on the footwork. We're doing very specific
Consistent
things.
ball release.
And some of them, like we'll take our girls or boys off to the side and work on very specific things.
Yeah, because scoring then would add pressure and take away
It becomes
from.
a distraction.
Yeah, it becomes a competition.
Yeah.
It's really
versus a
irrelevant,
skill development
practicing.
session.
Yeah.
And
It's a distraction. So, like, for our coaching style, myself and Coach Ramey Schneebelt, right here with me on the girls' side, our focus is on fundamentals.
Yep.
So our girls, you see, they have nice footwork, they have nice timing. They look very traditional, with the exception of my daughter, of course, that just cuts it loose. But yeah, we try to really focus on fundamentals.
Well, because once you get all the basics done, then the score is going to go up automatically
that
by
is
doing
correct.
the right things for the right reasons
Yeah, we
at
teach
the
it.
right time, and that's a good thing.
We got a pretty simple system. We tell our girls, just let's control the head pin, let's hit the head pin, and let's make our spare. That's
Is
it.
there
We don't need
middle
to strike
school
a lot.
bowling?
There's no middle school bowling in our area. There are other areas of Michigan I know that have it, where they bring them in and do some things. We do middle school bowling development. We'll start that here, I believe, in a few weeks. So we'll be doing that soon.
Well, you better talk to athletic director Kevin Turcher over there at the middle school. Said, look, Coach Ever thinks we need to have, it's good to have a feeder pole in the right bed, because that's then you can really work on your skill development, and then you can improve it as it comes in versus teaching.
That's
and
correct.
then like that, yeah.
It's been years since I've been, here in, junior bowling. Is junior bowling still pretty popular on Saturday mornings, that kind of stuff?
It's not as popular as it used to be. I think because it competes against all these other youth sports. The parents they're getting a taste of soccer or volleyball or softball or baseball. They're doing a lot of other sports now, so youth bowling isn't quite as popular. We're fortunate we have high school bowling here in Michigan, as big as it is. So we are able to get kids an experience in bowling and competitive bowling in particular. But it's not what it was obviously back in the 80s and 90s where the numbers were huge.
It was junior bowling on a Saturday morning. Every single one of these lanes was full with kids.
Oh
Every
yeah,
single
I
one of
remember
them.
growing up living down here on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
80s and 90s. That's what it looked like. 80s and early 90s for sure.
Well, Brian, I want to thank you for this. Has been a tremendous opportunity to sit and have a conversation with you about the bowling program, and especially the girls one, and the success that you've had, and your daughters have had, and hearing that Bailey might come up here and start coaching as well and
It'd
get
be nice
back in it. It'd be really nice. So
it'd be nice to get her back in it. But yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming out and giving us some exposure today. This is good.
It's
great stuff.
It's a bowling is something that I was always passionate about, so covering it is fun for me.
Yeah.
But it's not something that does get as much attention as some of the other bigger sports. But nevertheless, this is an incredibly up and coming and very important sport for Mona Shores. A lot of talent out here on the lanes, and we're happy to be able to bring it out to people. So
we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. Have a nice night. Enjoy the bowling.
Yeah. Thanks. Coach Brian Graham. That was a great interview.
That was a great interview. Hey, I'm going to turn over the mic a little bit, boss, to Lucas over here, because Lucas needs to chat a little bit.
He needs to chat a little bit.
Well, he does need to chat. He's
I need
quite
to
a-
chat more. All right.
So
But Lucas has got some historical
I do.
information
Yeah,
that
yeah, let's-
truly passed along that left at school during my busy day.
let's have it.
Alrighty, so starting off, the boys actually got their first 300 game in 2003 once MSHS AA started officiating bowling, and then the girls actually didn't get their first 300 game until 2005.
Wow.
And then in the 2008 season, after Tecumseh High School, Kiara Richard actually has most of the titles from the 3 scoring all the way up to the 9 scoring game and everything in between there. And then there's this one stat that I don't know too much about, so I was hoping maybe the Godfather over here, Mr. Joe Kanukin, would be able to help me out with this. So, Baker Records. What does Baker stand for?
So as we just talked about, the Baker games, those were those
Okay.
first 2 games that we saw where each bowler bowls 2 frames out of the game.
Okay.
So that's the Baker record.
That's where that comes from. That's more the team
Yeah,
event.
that's
Okay.
a true team event. Yep.
Understood. And then, so a lot of the girls' records came from the middle of the 2000s, but the boys are actually scattered all from 2003 all the way up until the most recent is 2015. And
Great.
then a lot of schools like Montrose, Chelsea, Grand Blanc, Zeeland West. It's nice to have some West Side representation competing
Yeah.
with all the Detroit schools and the
Yep.
east side of the state.
So the championships, I guess. Do we know out of any of those stats what the highest Mona Shores has ever made it?
I think there's a kid there, if I remember. I could be wrong. But
Not on this website, no, but I think probably it would be Derek Kern, if I'm thinking
well,
Last
yeah, I
year.
mean, he's got 7 300s.
Sky O'Bausch has 7,300.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I- Derek
But
Kern
Kern's
might have-
probably.
might
I think
have.
Kern might have might edge him out just by
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yep.
What weight
then-
ball did you use?
16.
16.
Palmer?
Yep.
And then with weights, does it change with like the size of the finger hole? Like, can you get like say a 16 pound in a small, or is 16 only gonna be like
No,
large and extra large?
The drilling obviously is very specific to the bowler's
Size of
hand.
your
Yeah.
use of your finger.
And then you can put fingertip inserts in
Okay.
as well, which when you put the fingertip inserts, you actually get a little bit more lift and rotation on the ball versus
Sure.
putting your fingers completely into the ball.
Yeah.
The weight helps with the drive-through. So the more weight it is that you can throw it harder, the weight actually has that carry-through and drive-through into the pins.
Yeah, I'm watching a lot of the Caledonia. There's a lot of two-handed bowlers right here. When did that start, Joe? I mean,
Gosh,
years
I don't
ago,
know.
and
You
why,
know,
I wonder.
Coach Graham was talking about it when it came over from Australia.
Oh.
It was really kind of where it was born, and he's right. The rotation that you can get on the ball.
Oh, my God. Yeah. To get a
And
lot of pin action.
It's
just run them around.
it's insane to watch the revolutions on these balls. But I don't understand. It's just because I'm not used to it. I don't understand control. Like
Yeah.
the traditional style of bowling, you look for consistency in your push off, your drop, how far your backswing is, all the way to making sure that your shoulder doesn't, drop, your follow through lift on the ball, all that kind of stuff.
You got a curve on your ball?
Yeah, when you're doing it the two-handed, I don't know how you can.
Yeah.
I don't know how to translate that consistency into how they're throwing that ball. I just don't understand.
I'm going to ask my son how he does all that. I'm a straight. I just,
Yeah.
my feet got to be here. This got to be, and just, yeah.
But most
Yeah, it was
The Brooklyn side and the right side. all
It was very interesting talking with Coach Graham. Obviously, him and I, through a lot of the same time frame and the pro bowlers that we all watched when we were, going through the sport. A lot of them all the same. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the game really hasn't changed much other than the projection of the ball and how you're going to be a one-hander, you're going to be a two-hander. But you know what? Australian football, the punting now,
Yep.
you watch, we used to have it like this, you want it to get a spin. Now the ball's down
Downwards,
like
yep.
this, and they got it from Australia. Yeah.
And then I guess, Joe, in a lot of other countries, like, where is bowling popular? I know they said that really top guy came from Australia. What are some other countries that?
I don't know, honestly, for certain. I haven't really looked into that. I having just recently been over to London and England, I don't remember seeing any bowling alleys over there. I don't know if it's something that they enjoy or not. I guess I would be surprised I wouldn't be surprised if bowling is probably most popular in the United States.
Yeah.
That would not surprise me.
Because when you think of other countries, you think of like soccer, you think of cricket and rugby and all these other ones. I guess bowling didn't strike me as what it could be. So
right,
that was a interesting surprise hearing that guy came from Australia.
Yeah.
You know, the lanes, how they oil them, how much dust is on them.
Well,
those are the variables that you don't see. You know, are they shiny? Are they oily? Are they dry? A lot of that stuff like that.
What's really interesting about the lanes now is they're all synthetic. These are all synthetic lanes. Yeah, it used to be true wood.
Right.
And they don't have nearly as much oil on them as what they used to, because over time that wood constantly soaks the oil in and everything else. The synthetics don't do that as much. And the lanes can be set up differently. Like you can set the lane up to where it's the heavier oil is a little bit further or closer down the lane. And as a bowler, during your practice, you try to get a feel for where your ball action is going to be. So traditionally you'll still throw in the same spots and everything else, but you might move further left or right. You might throw harder or slower depending on how the lane action is.
Right.
The consistency comes in being able to adjust that and then stay on that consistency. So there's a lot of technique and technicality to bowling that people don't really understand when you're seeing people like, Bosch throwing 7-300 games. To be able to be that consistent is a tremendous feat, because the lanes are different here compared to Northway, compared to Bob High.
Oh, yeah.
Every single lane is different. So, and you'll notice that bowlers will have 3 or 4 different bowling balls minimum these days.
Really?
You see it quite frequently right now, where these bowlers are throwing one ball for strikes and another ball for spares. And the reason that is their first ball is drilled differently so that core creates more rotation. Whereas if you have you leave a 10 pin and you're a right-handed bowler, you're more likely to want the ball to go straighter instead of hooking, because your ball typically is going to hook from right to left. So you have a ball that's drilled differently that doesn't have as much action to it, so it stays straight.
Okay.
So now you have to have consistency not only on the lanes with your footwork, but your consistency changes from the way you throw your first ball to your second ball.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
You wear a glove, brace, anything?
No, I don't. I used
powder?
I think everybody uses rosin.
Yeah, a little rosin there.
But I used to have a wrist brace back in the day. The one thing with the wrist brace is, especially when you're bowling a lot, your wrist doesn't get as tired. That consistency of where you hold the ball, as far as your release and what you get as far as rotational, action to it and everything else, it stays very consistent that way.
Yeah. I grew up here as a young kid, and you're looking at the lane. Things changing here, but something that hasn't changed. The music station WMUS clock. They've been here forever.
Yep.
I mean, who has dials on them anymore?
That is true.
Yeah. Gosh. BMO Potato Chips League, Saturday morning. God, we used to hang out here.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you I have a fortune laid out in how many quarters I put in the video games.
Oh yeah.
Right before bowling, I would spend a lot of time playing video games. Just I get there a little extra early to be able to do that.
I was at the Trinity Arena Saturday. A dear friend of mine, one of my assistants, back in '05 here at Trojan. We had a great team. We went 8-1. His son plays hockey for Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and they were playing Reese Buffalo. Boys, Trinity, nice looking on the inside. Wow, they really spruce that place.
Yep.
Spruce it. Yeah, it was fun.
Very nice.
So we're getting into the 10th frames here for the boys. And if you recall Coach Graham talking about it, if you're looking at the boys' score up there, the Scots are on the right, the Mona Shores boys are on the left. And player 1 versus player 2 versus player 3 that's how it's lined up. So right now, player 1 for the Scots has a fairly commanding lead, especially with 2 strikes in the 10th. Player 2 right now looks like Mona Shores has the advantage. Player 3, the Scots. Player 4, the Sailors, and player 5, the Sailors. So you're looking at it as a total of, I think he said 20 points, did he not?
I believe he said that, yes.
So
going back to the actual lanes for a second, Joe.
Yep.
How exactly do the lanes not create grooves over them? Because I know outside of this, I mean, Sherman is an actual public operating place, so they constantly have people on all the different lanes. How is there not grooves in between the lanes, or I guess the wear and tear?
I think it's because of the style of material that they use. You got to remember that as far as the grooves go, as long as you have that oil on there, you're really not coming in contact with the actual surface itself. You're really kind of riding on that. And if you think about it from the perspective of every single ball that goes down there, even with the most consistent bowler, it's never really the exact same. Plus, you need to look at it from how much of the ball is actually making contact with the lane. You know, it's a round ball, so you've got a very small amount that it's actually doing that. So there's a lot of things that come into play with that. So
yeah, Cohen kept saying the whole time, it's just all about physics. I'm like, you know what, Cohen? There's a reason why you were in the AP physics class.
Bowling is a lot about physics.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you think about why it is that, you know, the weekend bowler, if you will, may come down here and just throw the ball.
Yep.
And a lot of times it's straight on. And there's a reason why you see bowlers come in at an angle. If they're left-handed, they're coming in from, you know, be the 1-3 pocket, the head pin 1-3 pocket. I'm sorry, 1-2 pocket. The right-handed bowlers are coming in at the 1-3 pocket. And the reason that is because of the pin layout. You have the 5 pin that's right behind the 1, okay? And if you watch the bowling ball, if you get, they glance, you know, obviously that pin is going to change the direction of that ball going down there. You've got to drive. The ball is responsible for, if you're a right-handed bowler, is going to be responsible for contact on the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 8 pin, okay? That's where you're driving through that. So if you can think of, you know, the way that that's laid out, it's driving through the back of the pins.
Okay.
Everything else is ricochet, and it's angles. You're coming in at certain angles to be able to drive those pins all the way through. And if we get a good strike here, I'm gonna slow it down. We're gonna actually show. So we're gonna rely on Kimmon's shot. And we're going to see on one of these next bowlers zoom in really, really good. Kimmon, can you hear me? Okay. I want you to watch these bowlers coming up here right now. Get a good zoom in shot on these shots, and I want to slow that down in the instant replay if we get a good strike here. Okay.
Right there.
So let's take a look on the Anchor Insurance instant replay. Oh, let me switch over to the right camera here. All right, so we'll take a look at the Scots. We'll do it one more time. Slow it down quite a bit. And if you watch, the ball comes in, and it's driving through. And when it ricochets, That one didn't drive through all the way. What it did is it came off, and then it takes the 5 and drives it into the 8-pin. So there are a lot of angles. It's all about physics and driving those angles properly. There's another one. Let's take a look on that one. See if we've got that down. No, we don't. We have Nichols is in the way. Nichols is finishing up his 10th frame here. Currently shooting a 203. Could make that a 213 with a strike here. How you doing? Nichols looking to finish strong. And we'll take a look at that one. What happens when you come in light, and I don't know if we're going to be able to see it behind Nichols there, but when you come in light on the head pin, yeah, we're not going to be able to see it very well. But the angles and the physics of everything change so significantly. You rely a lot more on pin action flying around than you do on the actual. There's a nice strike. I'm sure Kimmin got that one. Let's take a look at that one. So let's slow this down as we take a look on the instant replay.
The box with a strike.
Yep, this is the 1-3 drive, and you see how it drives straight through to the back.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for in that.
All right, out of way. Well done.
So then I take it just the lack there of hitting the correct pins is how you get those splits.
When you come in too heavy on the head pin, when you come in too light, if you come in off of the head pin, you're almost guaranteed. Like if you don't hit the head pin at all, you're going to end up with a split. Because what happens is, unless you take everything out behind the head pin, you're driving in typically, and you're not getting that reaction off of the head pin going through. Okay. So now your one pin a lot of times is part of whatever split you have, simply because of that.
Yeah, you like to get a lot of pin action like these kids right here. God, pins are just flying everywhere, for heaven's sake.
Let's take a look and see if we can see that one real well. I like slowing these down.
Right here. Watch this.
Now, that was a Brooklyn shot there. He came across.
Yeah,
Brooklyn relies strictly on pin action at that point and the angles that you're coming in. So
it's coming in hot and heavy.
Kimmin, nice job, buddy. Nice job. Simply the best in the business.
Kimmin, from that angle, see if you can maybe be lane 46 for the girls. I don't know if you can get a lot of the pin action. I don't know if you'll be able to see it all from lane 46. Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see all of lane 46. Come a little bit further to the right.
Over here.
Nope, to the right.
245.
You see the 46 there?
Over here for the Scots.
Zoom in on that.
Scots gets a 245. Girls, we've got
that's 45 that you're centered on. One more to the right.
190 for Shores, and for the Scots, a high.
Let's see what we get here. This is
for the Scots.
Wow.
Bailey Graham, beautiful shot. Let's take a look at that and see if we were able to capture it. See how it drives through all the way to the center? I'm going to watch that one more time. This is Bailey's last shot. You're talking about a beautiful pocket shot that's coming in at the right angle. You make contact with that head pin, starts to drive all the way through the 2, kick everything all the way back to the 7, and drives clear through to get that 8 pin in the back.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's how you drive through. That's what you want in bowling.
Textbook shot.
Yep. Another one from Bailey Graham. This looks almost identical to the first shot that we just looked at. Drives completely through all the way to the 8 pin.
Speed of the ball is very important. I'm assuming.
Well, you know, again, it's physics. If we're talking about physics, what we're talking about is speed. The weight of the ball. So you've got mass
Angle
So
of the angle of it. Yep.
So if you have mass moving at speed, you're going to generate a lot more drive and a lot more pin action.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things when you have a 7-10 split, you will see most bowlers throw it extremely hard. And the reason that they're trying to do that is they're trying to ricochet it off the walls of the pit to come across and get that other ball, or other pin rather. That's what you're shooting for.
Wow.
So, how long does a match take then? What are we looking at?
It depends. I mean, obviously you have 5 bowlers on each team
Yeah,
here,
right,
so
yeah.
we just finished up with that one game.
Right. Yeah.
And
we
I
could be
don't
here a
know
few
if they
hours.
do another one. I asked Coach Bacon, and he indicated that it's about 2.5 hours
Yeah.
is that they're typically here.
Sure.
So a little bit longer than practice, about an hour-long practice.
Yep.
Hour longer than practice, excuse me.
That happened to be our high score of the year so far. That was our high individual team.
Coach Graham just let me know that that was their highest individual score game of the season so far.
Wow,
That's
congratulations
the
to the
reason
girls.
Sailor Nation Sports is here, because we always bring out the best
That's
in the
correct.
athletes.
Yep,
There's no
that is
question
correct.
that if they're going to
And,
be live on the World Wide Web,
Sophia Soa is going to be coming off. They are doing a substitution. In place of Sophia Soa, we're going to have Olivia Green.
All right.
So, yes. And,
I wonder if everybody bowls in every tournament. You know, he said they have more boys.
no, I don't think everybody does. I think you can sub in and out as many people as you want for that next game.
for the next game.
Yeah. If somebody wasn't doing well,
Yeah.
then you could sub them out for the next game, you know, that kind of a situation.
Yeah. So then I heard Coach Graham saying they have about 21 on the team right now. Is bowling a cut sport or is it a no-cut sport?
As far as what? I guess I don't understand.
So some sports like baseball is a cut sport.
Oh,
where-
no, it's not.
No,
then.
it's
no,
not.
no cuts. Yep.
No cuts? Awesome.
Yep. I don't believe they have any cuts. So game 2, final game of this competition between the Scots of Caledonia and Mona Shores is now underway. I was going to try to see if the the Scots boys coach wanted to jump in online here as well to give us some perspective from their team. I know that we got a lot of the Caledonia fans watching us, so it'd be nice to have him on here as well to give us a little bit of rep. I'm gonna sneak over there and check with him. So
Alrighty.
you're gonna take over.
I am. Wow. Look at me in the throne. Watch out, world. Here we go. Okay, Lucas, I'm going to put you in the hot seat here. How many of
Alrighty.
these guys do you know? You hang around with some of these guys?
So Skylar's in my 4th hour. I know
Okay.
Colton Bussing. I'm in National Honor Society with Olivia Green.
Okay, good.
And then there's just a few different ones that you see throughout the halls.
Sure. No, that's good. That's good.
So, and then I got to ask you about your son Alexander for a second. Did he bowl throughout high school as well, or?
No, he was just more of a recreational
Okay.
bowler. But I tell you what, he's a gunslinger. I'll tell you what, I don't know how he does it. It's just amazing. I'm proud of him for doing it because, yeah, his daddy over here isn't going to be real. No. I'm in a different. I'm being that senior league. He's a young
Senior
kid.
league.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He's a heck of a bowler. But he's 29 years old, still bowls. He's going to get his son going and have some fun with this. How often have you bowled?
I bowl maybe about 5 times a year.
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
about
gosh,
it.
yeah. Maybe once a year for me, but yeah.
It's kind of whenever a friend's in town or someone wants to go kill a weekend or something.
Yeah, right. Oh, yes, absolutely.
I
So
do
how
give-
long have you been looking at G&L?
I've been working there since early May.
Oh, okay.
Coming up on 1 year. If I do make it there, I'm thinking about maybe transitioning to a more natural joint so I can pick up a job in East Lansing right away.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But if not, I love where I'm working at GNL. So.
There you go. Coach, who do we got here?
Well, so
Joe?
I wanted to give the opportunity for our visiting Scots Caledonia and their coaching staff to step on in here. Who do we have the pleasure of joining us here on the broadcast?
My name's Prescott Holbrook, the head bowling coach. Yes.
Okay, and you hope with the boys, both boys and girls?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been with the team?
This is my second year.
Okay.
How
All
many
right.
coaches do you have then working with you?
Myself and Coach Luxford.
Okay, so one is girls, one is boys, or are you together? As
I'm
coach?
the head coach of both. He's the assistant. of
Oh,
both.
okay. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Good for you.
So what's your history with bowling before coaching?
So I actually bowled for South Christian High School. Mike Marks was my coach, so that obviously set me up. It definitely helps me now. I use a lot of the same strategies that he used with my group. I went to states when I was a senior, placed third. Last year, my first year as coach, the boys and girls both did well. They both finished really well. The girls won regionals, which was awesome to see.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Didn't do as good at states as we wanted, but it was fun getting there. So
sure.
good experience for us.
Well, especially for your first year.
Yes.
Especially, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
gosh,
can tell you that you have a lot of respect from Coach Graham here. He said that you guys are probably one of the best coached and skilled teams that they face in the entire region here. So
Well, I appreciate hearing that.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of good family support too, which is really nice. So Coach Luxford, his daughter is Addie, which is on our girls team. She made states last year, won regionals, individual regionals. So that was awesome to see too.
Yeah, how do you qualify for state? What's your criteria for qualifying for state then?
So individual, it's the top 16 will move on to states. And then for team, it's the top 2, I believe.
So everybody
I hope I'm right on that.
Well, so then it's like football then. Not everybody qualifies. You know, you have points and stuff.
Right.
So does everyone qualify and then it's a process of elimination?
So for regionals, you're allowed to bring your top 6 bowlers.
Okay, so every team brings top 6 bowlers.
Yep.
Okay.
So everybody makes it into regionals, and
Gotcha.
then from there,
okay,
there it's the top.
And then it's a
16.
process of elimination
Yes.
after that. Okay.
I really hope I'm right. I'm going to be embarrassed if I'm wrong.
well, that's
Well, you know what? I'm going to look it up and see that I'm going to hunt you down if you don't.
the MHSA. They review all of our stuff for accuracy.
Okay,
so, no,
well,
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get a write up on this one for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's your favorite part of being a coach? What got you into coaching?
Well, I think the first thing was that I missed the sport. I was very excited to have the opportunity to come back. What keeps me around is the bowlers' attitudes. I love seeing them do well, working on small things, trying to make them better. A lot of them don't plan on bowling in college, which I think is really interesting. So just refining their game so that they can do well now is really fun for me to see.
Tell us about your practice. When does it start? How long is it? Etc. like that.
So practice is from 3 to 5 o'clock.
Okay.
It takes us a little bit to get to the bowling alley.
Okay.
But 3 to 5 o'clock, we do a warm up all together where we work on some fundamentals. So we do like line shots, a couple walk ups without the ball, working on 10s and 7s because we have those all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen it way too many times where a game is lost because you can't pick up a 7 or a 10 pin. So we practice that every single day.
Let alone the split. Yeah.
And then a lot of times we work on one aspect of the game. So like yesterday, we did something really simple, but it was just hitting your mark. So I chose the same mark for everybody. They could put their feet wherever they wanted. The goal was not a strike. The goal was just to hit the mark consistently over and over. That's
We just got done talking about it. I have a history with bowling and understanding it. There's so much that is the consistency of how you push off and drop and whichever method you do. It is very important to develop that consistency over and over and over again because you use that to determine how you're going to bowl at each different lane. Each different set of lanes is different, and as a bowler, you got to figure that out. But you use your consistencies to adjust with marks on the, where you start your feet, where you're going to aim for, and that is you're using your ball action, which all comes from that consistency.
Yep.
So do you film practice? Do you film at all?
I haven't this year. I did last year, and we reviewed some stuff. It was
okay.
I'm not sure if it was as beneficial as it could have been.
Yeah, sure.
It's definitely not a bad thing to do.
No, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Shores does. Yeah. It's an individual coaching thing. I get it. Yeah.
We didn't get a ton out of it. I really like conversing with the bowlers. So we sit down all the time and talk about what's going right, wrong, what not, what we can fix. So practice, we've been really consistent about working on form, especially from early on, so that we can work on how we can adjust during the game without having to worry about fundamentals, because those should already be ingrained.
Yep.
So.
Do you have middle school bowling?
We do not. That is something that Coach Luxford and I have talked about doing. We will see where this takes us. We would love to grow the program. That would obviously make us better in the future.
That way, because it helps you. They work on the basic fundamentals, and then you increase. They got the basics in middle school, and now,
There a lot of the really good schools like Jenison has a really good middle school program,
Yeah,
and
they
then
do.
look at them.
Right.
They bowl thousands all the time. So.
Oh yeah.
I was just going to say, who do you think your heaviest competition is?
I would definitely say Jenison.
Yeah.
Rockford again for the girls.
Well, you guys in the OK Red, you got a lot of big schools too.
Yes, yeah. Our regional last year, we were at a very tough bowling center. We happened to not, our averages did not decrease at all. That's one of the reasons why we did so well. A lot of the other teams struggled with the lane, so we were just able to bowl consistent. That's how we pulled through in that situation. I'll be a little bit interested to see this year, because I believe we're at a different lane, how the other schools do. We're getting a little bit better. We lost 2 bowlers. One was in the top 3 for us last year. So we have a lot of good bowlers that came back that have improved this year. So I'm excited to see how that turns out with our tough region.
Are you a young team, old team, or you got a nice mix of seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen?
We actually have a nice mix. Our number 5 bowler is a junior. Our number 4 is a sophomore. Our number 3 is a senior. Number 2 is a freshman.
Wow.
And then our number 1 is also a senior.
Okay,
So,
yeah. So you
a
lose
decent
few.
mix.
Great mix, yeah, great mix. What do you find, are pretty much all bowling alleys now the synthetic lanes? Or are any of them still real wood lanes at all?
I am not sure.
I know that they've switched for a very long time. They've been
Yeah.
switching over to synthetic lanes.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, I touched briefly on it earlier in some of our conversation, about the lane conditions. Obviously there's certain amounts of oil from certain spots, and they're different from bowling center to bowling center, how they set those up. How much does that change that you see from center to center?
So this has been tough for us. the house shot that we have at our home bowling alley, I'd say has a lot of grace. Our averages are so much higher at practice because we have I would call it more of a 2-board grace on both sides, whereas Phantom has closer to a 1-board grace on either side. I definitely see a little bit of a difference from lane to lane. So that's why, like yesterday, we were harping so much on you got to be consistent. If you're within that 1-board grace period, you're probably going to be okay. If you get outside of that, we're going to struggle a lot. I think that's something that is going to be different regardless of where you go, even at different levels. You have to be ready for it. If you're a consistent bowler, it is not going to affect you the same way as an inconsistent bowler is. So I think that's the most important part.
It's going to change where you stand a little bit, or you'll adjust to the lanes.
Right.
The consistency stays the same.
Yep.
Once you find your line, you should be okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was looking at your enrollment. You're a couple hundred kids more than Shores, but yet when you go against the Grand Havens, the Rockfords, the East Kentwood that are pushing mid-2s.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. What do you charge your kids to bowl? We were talking with a coach here. Hockey's an expensive sport.
Yeah.
Is there a fee?
There's a standard Caledonia fee, but there's not a bowling specific fee. So if you pay it for another sport, you don't have to repay.
Oh, that's nice because hockey.
First sport is this, second sport is this, and third sport is free, something like that.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
So,
hockey is $5,000 for a kid. Yeah. You're glad your kids aren't playing hockey, right?
Yes, that's tough.
Yeah,
Well, I mean
that's
what I want my youngest to do, but
there you go.
We'll cross our bridge when we get there.
Stay in Caledonia. Don't come to Shores here because you're going to be ponying up some money. Yeah.
Caledonia's definitely a great area. So,
yeah. So I got to go ahead.
Yep. Go ahead. Nope.
So your athletic director.
Yeah.
Fred Townsend.
He retired last year. Our new athletic.
Freddie retired. He played football for me at Muskegon.
Okay.
He retired.
Yes, he did.
Okay, because now he's going to go watch his son play Brock up at Central all the time. I'm going to give Freddie a call.
So the assistant director took over.
Did he?
Phil Miedema. So
okay.
I actually student taught with him 8 years ago, something like that. So he's a great guy.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
He's pushing a lot of engagement right now, so he's doing good things.
What do you do for a living? Are you a teacher?
Yeah, I work for GRPS actually.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. I'm a PE and health teacher.
For
so
where
this
at
is right
school?
up my house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Riverside Middle School.
Riverside Middle School. Yeah. I'm a retired special ed teacher from Muskegon.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good
nice.
for you. Good for you.
I try.
Well, listen, Coach, I don't want to take any more of your time, but I did want to give you guys an opportunity. We like to give bowling a little bit of love. It's one of those sports that doesn't get a lot of attention. Certainly doesn't get to see live streaming very often.
No.
And we share the love with anybody that our students are playing against and all that stuff too.
I appreciate that a lot.
And you can go back and show your kids. We archive anything, so if you want to go back and look, we have one of the best of it. Kim and Kotis is filming them.
Yep.
Yeah. I've never seen this before. The boys, the last 14 out of 15 shots were strikes.
Wow.
In the 10th frame. That's insane.
That is crazy.
I have never seen that.
Go back and show your players what they did, and you can use it as a teacher tool if you like. Yeah.
Yeah, we will for sure.
Well, again,
I appreciate it a lot.
Thanks for a little bit of the airtime, and always a pleasure to have some of the other coaches come in here. So
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Coach. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And we're approaching about the halfway mark here in the final game of exhibition here between the Scots of Caledonia as well as both boys and girls. So it's always, the different perspectives from the different teams and coaches and everything else.
What's interesting is both of these coaches, and I was blessed, they're coaching their children.
Yeah.
Okay? You had the chance from the basement up with your son with us with Sailor Nation Sports.
Yep.
How fun that must have been.
Oh,
for
yeah.
you.
Yep, absolutely.
And Lucas, you joined. I coached you in football.
Yes.
Now you're doing this, and you want to bring it to college with you and hopefully do well. Yeah, and that's a good thing. Yeah, I thought Caledonia was a bigger school, had more of a, but they're out in the country a little bit more.
Well, is Caledonia in football Division 1 or are they Division 2?
They're Division 1?
They're Division 1? So that's a little.
No, I don't think they are.
Don't think they're Division 1 anymore?
I don't think so. Well, they weren't
No.
when we played them in the playoff back
Yeah,
in the day.
they were Division 2.
Yeah, I think they're still Division 2 based on enrollment.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
All right, right up on the mount, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Another guest joining us here in the broadcast booth, Coach Ron Bacon.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, fantastic. So, it's a pleasure to be here, being able to broadcast. You guys have been good friends of the program, and we've been trying to be good friends of your program as well. How long have you been the coach now for Mona Shores?
This will be my 10th year, so I just want to say appreciate you guys coming out and doing what you do for us. And like you said, you guys are great friends to us, and we try to return the favor.
Yeah. What's your bowling history like? What would your own personal bowling history?
Well, yeah, growing up in Muskegon, being in the bowling alleys all my life, getting into the adult leagues after high school and whatnot. But I did take a little 9-year hiatus to coach Maddie and Marissa in soccer, and but then Maddie gets a hold of me one time, and here I am, 10 years later, still coaching. So.
Yep. Oh, that's good. That's good. Tell us a little bit about the season. How's it going so far?
Well, tonight, Caledonia put up a great 10th frame on us, but, we've been having a pretty good season so far. Boys went to the OV Invite last weekend and took first place in that. Girls are doing great. They've met match play in every tournament that they've been in. They've had a good regular season so far. Boys are doing good in regular season.
That's good. That's real good. As far as your coaching staff, tell me a little bit about your coaching staff and how they've come to be, with the program.
Yeah, well, Ramey and Brian. Ramey's been here. This is her second time. She was coaching back when Maddie was bowling. So, she was been working at Brunswick for a long time. Her daughter's on the team. And I got a hold of her once I found out Niall was going to come and bowl and said, hey, could really use some help. And here she is, So Brian Graham, I think, that goes without saying. He's two-time around this time. I think he helped Greg Schmeling a little bit back in the day, too. So just two fantastic, great additions to the team as a whole. The girls are really picking up great, habits and technique and everything from them. Brought on a new guy this year. I kind of wish you would have grabbed him to bring him over and talk, but, you grabbed me instead. Jeff Moss, we brought him over. He coached Orchard View last year. A few years before that, he's been around the block once or twice. Him and I went to school back at Orchard View, so he's come on and really helped us out with the boys' side of it and the girls' side. We all try to take turns and go from side to side. But, yeah, so I think we're very well staffed this year, and we should really have a great run here. So,
how is it as far as participation? Have you seen it growing over the years? Is it pretty much the same? Where do you pull your pool of bowlers from? Is there, I guess, how well is the sport doing at Mona Shores?
It's doing great. We opened up our middle school program last year, our 7th and 8th grade program, and we pulled a couple kids from that this year going into 9th grade. We struggled a little bit on the girls' side last year with participation, but some of the girls on the team were in the softball, so they got a hold of the softball program, and we pulled some of the girls from the softball team, and, we heard that the softball coach was behind that, wanting to get here and get that third, winter sport in. And, boys, they just go out and they talk to people and they bring them in, so we got great numbers this year. We'll have great numbers next year. I think I've only got 2 senior boys this year, so we should at least be 8 and 10 next year.
What are your numbers like in the middle school then?
We haven't opened it up yet this year. Last year we had 13 participants from 7th and 8th grade.
No, that's good. I think it's a much needed addition, so they can work on fundamentals, and then you can expand, at 9th grade, 10th grade. By the time they're seniors, boy, they got a lot of fundamentals down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Trace was one. He's down here. He was one of our 8th graders last year. And
was he?
Even from last year to this year, he's really turned it up a little bit. So.
No, that's great. Congratulations on that.
Do we anticipate any representation at state this year, either boys or girls?
We're very hopeful.
Yeah.
I think, the girls have a shot. I think they've got a great shot for conference. They've got a great shot for regionals. And so, I mean, yeah, I think our girls will make a great run. Our boys, we've got a little bit of work to do there. We're still trying to find that fifth bowler. As a coaching staff, we're trying to take a kid under the wing and see what he does, and we'll put him in competition, and then it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
What's your conference? Who's in the conference? And I didn't know there was a conference.
Yep. OK Green is Mona Shores, Caledonia. We matched up against Muskegon this past Monday.
Good.
Jennison, Byron Center, and Reese Puffer.
Okay, so. Byron Center's a big boy there in that one, enrollment-wise, yeah.
Yeah, Jennison is probably our Kegler in OK Green.
Are they?
Chris has got that team.
That's what they said.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah, Chris and Jeremy have got that team very locked on. They're really good over there.
Sure.
What's the biggest struggle from a coaching perspective, a team perspective, with bowling? Obviously it's a social sport. I mean, you get that benefit of it. It doesn't require a lot of money. We're talking about it in comparison to something like hockey. What's the biggest struggle that the bowling sport in high school has?
I think just getting kids out here for the first time to try it.
Yeah.
They look at throwing a 16, 15, 14-pound ball down the lane. They think that's a pretty heavy ball.
Yeah.
But they don't understand the mechanics behind that to make that, to make that possible.
Yep.
So, I think it's just I won't say a fear thing, but they're taken back by the whole noise and the atmosphere. Sometimes we had 48 teams in here at our invite this year, and we were packed with parents and spectators, and
really,
kids on all teams just folded just because of the atmosphere. You could see it across the board, but once they get up,
teams, you were packed.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd love that. Back in the day when I was bowling, you go to, all-state tournaments and stuff like that. I mean, bowling alleys were
just packed.
They were shoulder to shoulder, and the only room that you had was when it was your turn to bowl, and you had the room out on the lane.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much on how many people we had in here. We don't want to do no fire marshal stuff here.
Well, it's always a cool opportunity to be able to come and set up and do this, and Nick and I had when we were gone the hockey tournament in Bay City, we sat down and we looked through all the schedules, and this one landed, and it's been a great opportunity.
It's been a great match.
Good
match. You look at it back here. Look at all the people watching.
Yeah, this is just a regular match.
This is just a regular match. There's 2 teams.
It's fourfold when you come to a tournament.
Yeah. You almost have to have bleachers to set up. I mean, for a big tournament. Yeah.
You go to state out at Thunderbolt, you've got to have bleachers.
Yeah. I would think so. Absolutely, Coach.
Just the attendance in those things is crazy.
Yeah.
We took the kids over to Lansing this year to Royal Scott just to get them out of the area. And I think that just kind of blew their mind.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a 60-lane house, if I'm not wrong.
That's a big house.
It's a big house.
Yeah.
And it was packed, And
really?
Our boys did good over there. Girls made match play, but, yeah.
How do you travel then? Do you go by your school bus? Or
we're taking vans this year.
You're taking a school van, and then you got to be driving. Okay,
yeah. We're taking vans to our invites. We kind of stayed away from the buses just because, for the simple fact, is on the way back, most of the kids ride home with their parents.
Yeah, I get it. And they're just uncomfortable. They're just flat out.
Yeah, the older you get, the more uncomfortable they get.
No, as a coach, I take the van now to all of our games. I'm not sitting my old butt on in a bus and just chugging along.
Yeah, you got to find that one with the heater by it.
Yeah, man, baby. I got Jamoke Shake. I'm driving. I'm
Yeah.
listening to music. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, and Jack's been really good about that.
Yeah.
Jack's a great AD though as well. He's very supportive with the program. I think Shores.
Yeah, I think the Shores community as a whole. Is
Yeah,
just,
I
you know,
agree with you. Yeah.
for the sports program. I mean, especially with you guys coming out with this, with Sailor Sports, and
Oh, we're having
the
the time
media
of our
attention.
life. Oh yeah.
It's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
So
Well, I wanted to give you some numbers here. As soon as I can find my cursor, it's around here. So there we go. This is probably the best broadcast for bowling that we've ever had.
great.
157 views.
Oh
for
well,
bowling.
thank you for everybody
Yeah.
for tuning in.
Yeah,
Appreciate
so,
it.
Right now there's currently 19, but there's been 157 people that have been watching.
Yeah.
Good,
And
good.
then add 2 or 3 because it's not just one, so you could be up to 300-400 people overall during the
Yeah,
course
those are
of the
connections. So
Yeah,
obviously, if,
right,
if
yeah.
somebody's streaming it and there's more people watching at home,
Yeah.
and I love it because I've talked being able to give a little bit of exposure to the bowling program and these students. We've talked in the past. Sometimes when they find out they're going to be live streamed, they get all nervous.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. We held on to this till yesterday, so just so they wouldn't freak out. But
Well, thanks for taking some time to talk with us, Coach Bacon, and it's always a pleasure to be here giving this coverage for you guys.
yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Well, thank you,
Yep.
Coach, for your time.
Good
Good luck to you.
Yeah. Thank
Best of luck, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, and keep that middle school program going.
Oh, I will. I will.
Absolutely.
I'll let you know.
Coach.
You
Yeah.
can come down and help us.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Bacon,
Coach.
North Shores.
Well, that's good to know. They're starting a middle school program,
Yeah.
which is good. I think it's just huge.
It's for
To
every,
have something
for every
like that.
sport, honestly.
Oh,
When
yeah.
You have the youth leagues. That's where you get, because you can have people show up, but if they don't, if you're starting off and building the fundamentals, in the later stages when they're freshmen, sophomores, juniors, the varsity levels, if you're always working on the fundamentals, but if
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't teach them there, it's so hard to be competitive.
Yes.
If you're teaching those at the middle school level at a competitive level, and then they get up there and, it's no different than each stage you go. You have middle school, you have high school, then you have college. And then
The game doesn't change.
it
from
doesn't.
No.
All you do
Right.
is you get more focused, more dialed in. And, here we are.
Well, yeah.
Skylar Bosch up here, lane 50. We're going to see how he does.
Looked pretty good to me. Left one standing.
Yep.
Well, and the bottom is as you move up from 7th grade to 8th grade, 9th, you can expand on the game. You can expand more. Get those basic fundamentals in 8th grade and 7th grade, and then improve on it. Look at you. Middle school all the way up through to varsity. Varsity is a different camp than JV, and
Without a doubt.
Oh, it's nuts. And then freshman to JV is a different.
It's a big jump.
Size, speed, athleticism. It's huge.
Well,
Yeah.
not just that, but also the factor of falling in love with it when you're a young kid.
Right,
It sticks
exactly.
with you throughout. So.
Yeah, and so naturally then, and then a lot of these sports are year-round sports. Look at what football done. You got a strength and conditioning coach now. You got a full-time. We didn't have any of that at Muskegon.
No.
We showed up in August for conditioning. Game started in September. We were done. We didn't even have playoffs when I
Yeah.
played. And my first few years in Muskegon, playoffs didn't start till fall of '75.
Really?
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, now what it is for football, I'm leaving. I'm not in fifth hour anymore, but I have
Yeah.
woodshop fifth hour, so I'm still right by the gym and all that.
Yeah, right.
Dan's giving them protein shakes and all that, trying
Yeah,
to help them out. And
yeah. You got a strength and conditioning class. You got a full-time strength and conditioning coach now.
Yep.
We had a machine in a 12-by-12 room, universal gym, 6 stations. That's all we had.
So let me ask you something, Nick. What a beautiful spare pickup that was. We're going to take a look on the Lake Michigan, or the Anchor Insurance instant replay. I got to get over the old way, but I got to take a look on the other camera. I keep forgetting I got to switch camera. Beautiful spare pickup right here.
Left-hander, too. Southpaw. Oh, my gosh, that was gorgeous,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yep, perfect throw.
Yeah, left-handed, too.
So, with the strength and conditioning coach, that is a position that is shared across all of the different
sports,
programs.
correct. Yeah, it's just not
How
sports
much-
specific.
How much do you think bowling uses of that?
Good question.
I don't necessarily think so much. They might have their own like conditioning here, but we have Dan Schroeder's our athletic trainer, and he has fifth hour the advanced strength conditioning for football, and then the other fall sports, and then there's also the regular strength conditioning classes throughout the day that anyone can take, or if you didn't make the advanced one, you're in the regular as well.
And that's a really good question, and we can ask him. We should have Dan on.
He would be a great interview to do.
He would be a great because it's a new full-time position and he's paid. For instance, how much is volleyball going to use it? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
they have
and I'm sure they are.
Yes.
And I'm not downplaying, but what is Dan doing for volleyball? What's Dan doing for cross country, for track, other than shot putting? Do you need a lot of bulk and muscle? Yeah, that's a great question, Joe.
Yeah.
We would expect nothing less from Godfather.
And then also in the summer, Dan has the summer conditioning programs where I believe it starts at 9 all the way up until I think noon. They have all kinds of different sports in there.
So,
and then also on top of that, Coach Phillips is the females girls strength conditioning coach at the high school.
I didn't know that.
So he's doing the girls are in advanced strength conditioning. We have 2 classes. Dan and Coach Keeley do the boys, and then obviously Coach K's in and out when he's not coming with new plays and stuff like that. And then Coach Phillips and then Dan do the girls.
So is Coach Phillips out of the classroom now?
I don't know if he's fully out of the classroom, but he's just in fifth hour advanced strength conditioning. He's even admitted multiple times that he's there to kind of like watch his players develop. But
yeah, right. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. Well, thanks.
Yeah, of course.
See, that's why we brought you on. Give us some.
Yeah, you need someone in the school. So.
One of the things that Coach Graham had mentioned earlier when we were interviewing him is that bowling is a sport. It's one of only a few sports that you'll be able to take beyond high school, beyond college. You can take it in for your adult life. Not too many people are going on to be professional bowlers or even college bowlers at that. But you can take it out. Think of all the other sports that you can. Football, you can't. Tennis, you can. Golf, you can. Volleyball, not as much as what is available.
Oh, buddy, I don't know. Beach volleyball for me was just 10 to 5, baby.
Right, that's true. I mean, but it's not as prevalent as
no.
Or tennis, stuff like that. Bowling has got to be one of the higher volume as far as continuation beyond high school and all that.
Because you can take your little lady friend on a little date now. You can take your friends out or whatever.
Yeah,
you can do pick up basketball as well, but I think bowling is probably the most.
It's a very social.
Oh gosh, yes.
Sport.
Oh gosh, yes.
Without a doubt.
I always thought football, as far as a sport, how end of the road your senior year of football typically is. That last play, that last game, it's just the end. You're probably never going to play it again. Because as fewer go to college and play football, even fewer go on to play beyond that. It's just the end for a lot of kids that pour themselves into a sport. And bowling isn't that way. Bowling is one of those that you continue to take on for a long, long time. So.
Absolutely. I didn't think it's really cool hearing the different stories, like the alumni is like Derek Kern still bowling and all that, even though do you know if he's in college bowling? Or?
I think he got scholarship.
He got scholarship?
I believe he did.
Who's this?
Derek
Kern. Oh. I'm gonna ask that question to find out.
That's a good answer. Did you guys end up doing bowling last year? Or?
Good question. I don't think we did.
Don't think you did?
All right. I got the answer. I got the answer. Derek Kern is not bowling collegiately.
He's not bowling collegiately.
No, but he is. He's joining money.
Okay.
So he's bowling in big tournaments.
Nice.
So he's stretching his legs for money tournaments.
Oh.
Yeah, he's professionally.
Wow.
He might be getting NIL money for heaven's sake. Yeah.
It's interesting. I wonder if NIL does reach out beyond football. I mean, football is the king.
Yes.
But there are
pretty much the big sports. But yeah, you're right.
I wonder if there is any NIL money at the
Bowling level?
collegiate bowling level.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Interesting.
I can see that because do you know any of the professional bowlers? Like, who'd you say earlier? Earl Anthony? Does he have like his own ball or anything like that, or maybe his own shoes?
There was, and that's a long time ago. I'm talking a long time ago.
Oh, I remember watching him on television. The Pro Bowling Tour. I remember watching it on ABC Wild World of Sports that whole time.
Yep.
God, it was fun to watch. And the crowds they'd have here, and then they have bleachers going up to the ceiling, and then.
Well, they would put bleachers literally out on the lanes looking out.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yep.
They probably cover them up, probably for sure, without wrecking them. Yeah. Wow. What if any high schools have their own lanes? Probably not.
I'd be very surprised if any high schools had their own.
Oh yeah.
Maybe like a
If I
Detroit
win that
Catholic Central or
if I win that Powerball, we're gonna have an indoor.
Here we go. Here we go. What are we gonna have, boss?
Mona Shores is gonna have an indoor ice rink,
Yeah.
football. It'll be a multi-sport complex like football, lacrosse.
Pool. It's
all
got to
that
have a
kinda
pool. Got to have a pool. Yeah.
and a bowling alley.
Yeah. Out of all the schools, okay.
6-lane practice bowling.
Absolutely, absolutely. Did you know? Okay, here's a little trip, and I shared all. Joe knows this. Muskegon High School was the first public high school in America to have an indoor pool.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
And I swam in it. It was a brick building with four lanes.
Was that the bunker one?
No, at Muskegon High School on camp. Yeah, yeah. And I can share you stories about. I swam in it. I remember. Oh yeah, back in the day.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I just like how historic Muskegon is. Not even just Muskegon High School, like the entirety of Muskegon. From lumber mills and all that. There's just so much rich history in Muskegon.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. Lumber town. I mean, it was a lumber town to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hackley.
Hackley,
Yeah, Hackley and Hume. And everything was Hackley Bank, Hackley this, Hackley, Those days are gone now, and it's too bad. Oh, this is great. Well, you watch these guys, Joe, that do that two-hand thing is just amazing.
Yeah, it's impressive to me as well. I can't wrap my head around it. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to call this one a no dumb questions. Joe, is there a reason why some of these balls are like multicolored and like almost like epoxy looking? Obviously they're not, but they look.
It's literally just style.
Just style, all right.
Yeah, it's a custom-made ball.
It's custom, yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be a just a ball off the shelf. I mean, it doesn't even need to be. You can have them custom made.
Oh yeah.
And made that way. But I had the ball I threw for my spares. We talked about throwing.
Have multiple balls, yeah.
I had what was called an LT-48. It was just a black bowling ball. That was it.
Yeah, my ball was off the rack right here. I just pick it up. Did they have any bumps or grooves in it? All right, too heavy, 16. Yeah, oh yeah. That was pretty much my ball. Did you wear a glove? Powder, resin?
Powder and resin, everybody pretty much uses.
Do you use the blower?
Cool you always use. You got to take the moisture off your hands and everything else. Bussing is looking for a turkey here in the 10th. His final throw, and he misses it. Let's take a look at the Anchor Insurance instant replay on that one. Again, we talk about what happens when you come in right, wrong, or indifferent with this stuff. Slow this down. And he comes in a little bit. No, he was Brooklyn side. So he was heavy on the head pin Brooklyn, which that requires that head pin to drive through the 3 and then the 6.
Okay.
And the 6 is what was missed because he came in too heavy. It drove it, kind of ricocheted it, and kicked the 3 out, never hit the 6.
All right, I've got a question for our audio, for our people watching. Okay? Joe, Lucas, here we go.
All righty.
Why is it called a turkey when you bowl 3 strikes in a row? We're going to give everybody out there in Sailor Nation Sports, It's going to be like Stevie's. Look at me pulling Stevie's stats here with a question.
Yeah, look at
Yeah, God, I hope Stevie's stats is one. So why is it called a turkey when you bowl 3 strikes in a row? We'll give you a couple minutes to think about it, and we'll give you the answer.
So what, you got Stevie Stats and now Davros Daily Trivia?
Well, we're going to work on something, yeah. Did you know that bowling can be traced way back to 3200 BC?
Really? So what, that's like Olympic time, so.
What are the cavemen doing, for heaven's sake? There's some rocks around, they call it bowling. Right. Joe, here's a little stat. Did you hear that?
Yep,
Yeah?
I did.
3200 BC.
Wow.
The Greeks probably invented it. No, Egyptian hieroglyphics. I thought the Greeks might have done it.
Their pastime while they're building the pyramids. Let's go bowl.
Right, you're right, exactly, yeah.
All right, so looking at our scores here. Girls struggle in the second one just a little bit comparatively to the first one. Caledonia's coming on pretty strong. And looking at the boys who are just finishing up here, they are also struggling a couple of spots there as well. So this is going to be a pretty tight
Yeah, you're not
scoring
kidding, it
at
is.
the end. You know, once all the points are.
I wonder if you can call a timeout and rally. I wonder if you can call a timeout and get your, talk to your
No timeout. No time.
Just what I'd ask, guys. Just ripped me here. 180,
No
184, 170. We got a 186.
You got a
there.
224 up
Oh, you
there
got a
for
224 over there, yeah. 60-pin lead, basically. What do we got on the girls' side? 113, 121. We got a 147 down to the far left there in lane 44, it looks like. Nice job, Kimmin. So Kimmin's not in San Francisco riding the trolley cars. He's back with us.
Not yet. He might be heading out after this weekend. We don't know.
Are you heading back out, Kimmin? Are you? Okay. Why don't you take us with us? We can do a live stream from the West Coast. Don't you think, Joe?
Yeah, we could do it from the middle of Lake
I
Michigan.
mean, we are Sailor Nation sports. We haven't really toured the nation.
Yeah, emphasize on the nation.
Yeah, emphasize on the nation part.
We want to take an opportunity once again to.
Today at St. John.
Oh, okay. All right.
I want to take an opportunity to thank all of our viewers. You know, I know that logistically it's difficult to cover everything that we want to cover and to give as much, exposure and coverage to the sport of bowling as we can. If we didn't quite hit the shot that you may have wanted or not, we apologize.
Let us know, though.
Yeah, just trying to make sure that we cover everything. Get some of the representatives of the sports, not only the students, but the coaches that put in a lot of work on this as well. And we appreciate you guys tuning into this. This has been a really good broadcast.
I personally think it's been one of our best bowling broadcasts that we've just interaction with. Hey, want to wish Kimmin Happy Names Day today. It's Happy Names Day, and it's the Orthodox Christmas as well today.
Is that right?
Yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. And me back in December, everybody knows I go by St. Nick by then. So, yeah. Now I'm back down to earth.
This is what ruins Christmas.
Yeah, you can kiss that baklava goodbye, can't you, buddy? Yeah, let the wife know why she's not getting any more this year.
I'll find out where you get it.
Yeah, no, you won't. No, the gods are strong. They'll protect it.
So boys are finishing up.
Yep.
Girls are a couple of frames from finishing up here.
Yeah, high score for the boys, though. We got a 224 still. Caledonia looks, we got a 218. For Caledonia, it's 224.
Yeah, he's going to finish. We've got another really high score.
Yeah, he sure does.
So Nichols is going to end with a 220. Good game. Potential 225 here for the final bowler for the Scots boys.
Gosh, I can almost remember the days coming. Look at him.
Bosch with the strike.
Yeah,
Bosch
big
is,
strike.
He's on a 2 in a row. He finishes strong. He's going to have a big game as well.
So turkeys became common as a prize in bowling tournaments back in the day, and that was back in the 1700s, where they would give away prizes, and most of the time it was, food, vegetables, and fruit. Well, they started throwing in turkeys. Thus, 3 strikes is a turkey.
Huh. So what were they, live turkeys, or were they just the actual?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't get that.
Oh, it doesn't say that.
20th century, 19th century tournaments sometimes awarded actual turkeys as prizes. A rare accomplishment on the challenge of lanes at the time. Could you imagine what the lanes look like? Like what? Like ground rock or something?
Ground rock, the Stone Age lane.
Yeah. All right, Joseph. Here's one for you. You ready?
Sure.
There is a name for 4 strikes in a row. How creative can you be, Lucas? 4 strikes in a row. There is a name. It's food related.
Food related.
I'm going to give you a hint there on that one. Food related. Look at me. We're a stat boy, for heaven's sakes. Even though I love him to death. All right.
Food related.
Food related. It's not a fruit or vegetable. Now I've narrowed it down. It's a meat.
It's a meat.
We'll give you time. I'll give you time.
What you got?
We'll say ham bone.
Yes!
Really?
Look at Lucas.
Really?
Ham bone it is.
Really?
Look at Lucas.
I'll be.
You're pretty much toast now with Sailor Nation Sports. Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking because like turkeys, I'm thinking it can't be anything like probably like fish or something like that. So, and then you said ham earlier, so that got me thinking.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know.
That can't
well,
be.
And then okay, it's not pork, it's not beef.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Ham bone.
Yeah, ham bone.
We got a clog on the ball return over here.
Uh-oh. Somebody can crawl in down there and just loosen it up.
As a bowler, I always worry that there's going to be some damage done to the ball. You can actually have ball damage done in those.
In the chute, sir?
Yeah.
Really?
Ball return. We've got Sherman Bowling Alley
rep there.
Rep here. Bosch is threw a strike for his first opportunity in the 10th frame.
And then the 9th, he had a strike as well, so I'm hoping.
He's already in two in a row. Bosch is looking at his ball, making sure that it's okay. Girls working through the 9th frame right now. Olivia Green up now for the Sailors.
So, Joe, I know you said Noah really didn't bowl. Did Isla bowl much? Or?
Nope.
No.
Nope, none of the kids really got into bowling.
That's just been kind of a dad's guilty pleasure.
That was a me thing years ago, and as a little kid, like I started when I was probably 5, 6 years old, right here at these lanes. Spent a lot of time. Met a lot of my close friends that I still have today. I really became friends with here at the bowling alley.
Nice.
So a lot of them went on to actually work at the bowling alleys, as pin setters in the back and all that kind of stuff. So there was a lot of work available. If you were a well-known bowler, if you wanted to work at a bowling alley, you could find work to do, whether it was at the counter, whether it was that kind of stuff. So.
And I know when I was applying for jobs earlier on, a lot of big ones were bowling mechanics.
Were they really?
Yeah. I know nothing about it, so that didn't help me much, but still very.
Mechanics.
It's probably just the technicians, whoever, when ball gets stuck or. But still.
Yeah, used to call them pin setters.
Pin
Be
setters.
the run back there, but back in the day, they actually physically did the pin setting. Now they have mechanical pin setters. So.
Yeah.
But during the the busy times of the day, like where you had all 50 lanes going, like the mornings, you would have one or two people back there just running and taking care of any issues, just living back there. Somebody would call back and say, ball stuck on lane 49, and you'd come over and
run over there and get the ball.
What's interesting, most people don't realize all the stuff that's going on in the back of the bowling alley and all the different things that I kind of keep an eye on. There's a catwalk back there that you walk on, and
really
kind of a walkway down to each lane. And there's a lot of stuff going on back there in the backside of a bowling alley.
So then I got to ask, so the Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
How many people are really like John Goodman's characters, like foot over the line and just like take it to heart?
Well, the foul line, you mean?
Yeah, the foul line.
Well, the foul line is a real thing.
Yes.
If you go past the foul line, that shot does not count. It is a 0.
Okay.
So,
It shoots a ray into your ankle right there, and you know that it's Now, Lucas, I don't know if Joe has informed you, but this is really your first full broadcast with us, isn't it?
I did a couple different ones on last year.
Well, okay, so you did some little, but full-time.
Full-time, yes. This will be my first full-time
okay.
season with you guys.
Okay, well, there's kind of like an inauguration thing that goes into your full-time broadcast. Has Joe gone over it with you yet? Or, Joe, do you need me to go over it with him?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, what did you do to set up at all? Did you do anything?
I didn't do anything to set up. I know the teardown process. I know where most things go.
Okay. And I'm glad to hear you say that's an excellent example. Because when we're done, you're not going to be done.
Yes, no, I get that. I know you go whatever you got to do, and I know you leave Joe and I to go take care of it.
No, that's not true.
You set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, well, no. Kimmon's going to take care of what Kimmon does.
Yep, his camera, yep.
Joe and I are going to leave. Because as part of the broadcast, per Mr. Drosky, and I love Mr. Drosky, you're going to be taking everything and hauling it out and take care of it, okay? You're going to clean it up, pack it up, take it home with you, lock it up at home, and then in our next broadcast, you're going to bring it out. I don't think that's asking too much, is it? We've got carts. Most of them roll. Okay.
One of them.
All right.
One of them rolls.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
The rest we carry, yeah.
Well, the one hand you become a pack mule and pack it up and get going on. So that's okay. It's like an inauguration is basically what it is. Okay, good.
Except I don't think he's going to take it tonight. I think it will probably, if we do it, it'll probably after Conrad on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Or I could even bring it into the school next week and then turn it over so you guys could have it together in the classroom.
Yeah.
There you go. And work on setting up. Now, see, that's a Drosky thing. Set up and tear down. Tear down is the easy problem. Like Stevie Stantz and I said, there's no way we'll never have a broadcast. How's Mom doing? Good?
Really good.
Tell her hi for me.
Will do.
Okay, we're back underway here.
Okay, so what are we doing now here, Joe?
Oh, we're waiting. Girls are finishing up, just starting the 10th frame over here. Skylar Bosch is trying to get his
And he got it.
second of his 2 strikes in the 10th. One more strike and he could finish with a 225.
So he's already got his turkey. He's looking for his hand bone now.
Joe, why do they use a rag on the ball? To dust, oils, and stuff like that? Is that the purpose of using a rag?
Yeah, you want so there will be a buildup of oil on the
Sure,
ball.
right, yeah.
And no different than the lane, if you have too
Gotcha.
much oil on the ball, it can affect the way your ball
Yeah.
goes down. Looking for strike number 4. Ooh,
Oh,
heavy on
he
the
got
head
a
pin.
split. Oh, big split there. Got a 221.
So, Joe, if Skylar would have gotten the strike, what would have happened between him and the other Caledonia bowler that also got 225? Would they go to sudden death or anything like that, or did they just split first?
You know, that's a good question. I don't
Yeah,
know.
great
I think there would
question.
probably be a split on the points.
Okay.
Hey, that's a coach question.
That is a coach question.
Yeah.
But they are finished. We're waiting on the girls to finish up now.
Yeah. Hey, grab the coach right there. Let's ask him that. That's a great question, Lucas. Ask him the
Olivia
question.
Green.
Just you take the lead on this one.
Looking at the overall, they still got us by, what, 30 pins? So they'll take the match. You know, but it was a great match. Good comeback, but
Absolutely.
just a little bit short. A little bit short.
Okay.
Look, now we're just finishing up with the girls over here.
So how do we do over there, Coach Bacon?
Well, it got exciting there for a minute.
It
did. Yeah. But they got us by about 30 pins there. So
Now, what we see there, is it just the last 2 matches? So how are we total points with the Baker game?
total points for your Baker games are going to be the 1-2 up on the top there, the 188, the 154.
Oh, okay, so this is total points then.
Right.
I gotcha. Okay.
Then you
All
got
right.
your games 3 and 4 down there, scratch, giving you your total pinfall.
Well, it's a pretty close match. I tell you, it was a good one to cover, that's for sure.
Yeah, we could have found some pins in there somewhere.
There's
Yep.
always some pins to be found somewhere.
Yeah, fill the frame. Fill the frame.
Yep.
Fill the frame. What are the girls doing over here?
Well, I think they're struggling a little bit more than what they would like. They're doing good in a couple of those. Lady Sailors on their final bowler now. Pryor Graham to finish up here in the 10th.
Good question. Real good
Thank you.
question.
Oh, beautiful drive. Yeah. Coach, you'll like this too. I'm going to show you the instant replay on this.
Oh.
Again, we talk about ball placement, drive through.
Now, I see Ravanna's here.
Perfect angle pocket drive.
Yeah, nice. Ravanna's here too.
There's a lot of other schools. Rockford's here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they're just match play against each other.
I got you. Okay.
Shot number 2 for Breyer. Good, perfect pocket drive once again.
Yeah.
Good curve on the
Kimmin.
ball.
Nice job, Kimmin. God, look at that, Joe.
Great pin action.
A lot of pin action.
Yeah, her game in the last year has just been, she's come so far in the last year. All the practice and whatnot that she's been doing.
And then you guys let the player individually decide if they want to do straight ball like traditional, or they want to cup and curve.
Well, we try to help them along in their
A little
style.
help there, no.
You know, we do have a couple that we've switched up from 2-handed to 1. And it's worked out for them.
That's good.
Came in just a little bit heavy, didn't get that drive through to the 7. But she finishes with a 201.
There we go.
Very nice.
So I got to correct my mistake. Coach Jeff gave me the score here. we won by 1 point.
Okay.
So we do a
That's a good
30-point
thing.
system. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
So total pins they took it.
Total
you guys
pins.
got it in the
Yeah,
points.
we do, match or bowler for bowler,
Yep.
Right.
baker for baker. So 15.5 to 14.5.
Wow. Wow.
Squeaker.
Well, that's a great match. I mean, that's a great matchup.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll look to see what the girls were able to do here.
Looks like they're wrapping up too, Joe.
Yep, they are wrapping up as well.
This has been this has been one of our best bowling broadcasts that I can
This has been a
remember.
great
Yeah,
Thank you
you
guys.
for your support.
Yes.
You know, and
Thank
we
you, guys.
reached out to the Caledonia coaches right away, let them know that if they had parents or friends or anybody that wanted to watch it, that we're going to be broadcasting it. And I think we had a lot of people from Caledonia watching as well. So
Great.
love to have as many people as possible to be able to, bring bowling out to the rest of the world. So
Yeah, well, we thank you guys for coming out and showing
Thank
us
you
off.
for
and
having us.
Doing
Yeah.
a fantastic job. So thank you
Yeah,
guys.
always.
So total-
Best of luck the rest of the season.
total
Thank you. Same to you.
pins over here, 6 pins difference up here between Caledonia. They won by 6 pins
Wow.
up here. So we'll see how that plays out with the actual point system. I don't recall what the Baker was between the two of those. But I know that it's been very, very close on the individual.
Yeah, it looks like Caledonia took the Bakers on both of those.
Oh, that's right. They did.
And then just from scanning up there on the points, yeah, Caledonia may have this one. But, yeah. But like I said, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year's
Yep,
sailors
Happy
out
New
there.
Year.
And,
Yep.
you guys ever want to come back out? Joe knows how to get a hold of me.
Oh, I do. I certainly do. If we get an opportunity to do it, or we, certainly, you guys start getting into the tournament play. If we get the opportunity to do it, we could bring bowling to the NFHS. Obviously, once it gets into the actual regionals and tournament play, that's what we would have to do. So.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
We'll see. We'll see if the
we'll do
schedule
some
works
talking
out.
and see if we got regionals this year again. So
here.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. So I'm not sure if there's enough time to make miracles happen now, but
What's the date?
The date is the last weekend of February, 17th, 18th time frame.
We'll have to take a look and see.
Yeah,
if
we'll
we've
look
got
at our schedule.
Yeah.
We'll have Joe look at it.
It'd be great. Same format as this right here, correct?
No, more games, team format, and then individual format, different days.
Okay.
Team format is on Thursday, and individuals is on Friday. So,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll get a hold of you guys. And we'll figure something
All right.
out.
Well, thanks for joining us here for our first broadcast in 2026. This was a great one to bring, and we hope that you guys join us for many more broadcasts. Those of you from watching from Caledonia, thank you for joining us. Lucas, why don't you take us away?
Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a great broadcast. Obviously, we love bowling, and Joe shocked me. You shocked me. 267. It's pretty impressive. For everyone in the booth, from all the Caledonia players and the Shores players, from Kimmid, from Joe, from Nick, from myself, thank you everyone. Have a great night.